Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I will.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get started. So for a few minutes we'll see continuation of what we saw yesterday, and then we'll just go ahead and switching on for the 5 minutes. We just revise what we just discussed. Okay. So what is just one quick question? What is distributed file system? I immediately if you answer, we just go complete this and we'll go. What is distributed file system? Just go ahead, have chorus voice, answer for yourself.
Data is divided into blocks. Those blocks are distributed across the multiple slaves.
Awesome, awesome. So what is the definition of Hadoop? What is the definition of Hadoop?
Storage as well as the processing.
Is it storage and processing?
Storage and
It's
distributed processing.
Please,
distributed
guys.
processing and distributed storage.
Sure, it's distributed storage and distributed processing. Okay, so please don't forget distributed. Okay, what is the default replication factor in Hadoop? 3, right? What is the main role of name node?
Administration
and metadata
Management. What is the time interval for heartbeat?
3 seconds.
What is the base time given for the data node to respond?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So what is under replication?
When the data node is dies and when it comes to again, it is nothing but under replication.
It's for sharpening it. Okay, if the number of replications is less than number of replication factor, it's a default replication factor is nothing but under replication. If number of replications is more than replication factor, it's over replication. Okay. So what is the use of secondary name node?
Updating of FS image for backup
Checkpointing.
Checkpointing. Wedging
the FS image and edit logs.
FS image and edit log. What is the time interval for this match?
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. So okay. Yep. What are the two major issues with the 1.0 architecture of Hadoop?
Single point failure.
Single point
failure and
Scalability.
What is the solution given for single point of failure?
High availability.
For scalability? Federation. Awesome.
Federation.
Okay. So how can I say which node is an active name node?
Using in-use log.
Which has
In-use log.
use
And
dot log file,
in-use
whichever
log.
block node.
In-use dot log file.
Log file.
So okay. So who controls in-use dot log file with the name nodes?
Zookeeper.
Zookeeper.
So how what if active name node goes down? What zookeeper will do?
It will check for
We
in-use
will
log file.
send the in_use dot log file to the standby name.
Okay, guys, please check your surroundings. Please check your surroundings once. Yeah, thank you. So, okay, what is split brain scenario?
Two name nodes writing at the same time in the journal node, the edit logs.
Edit logs. Yes, perfect. So, okay, what is known as fencing?
Zookeeper sends a Java program to stop writing in edit logs. The node which comes alive.
To stop the split brain, bro.
Okay. Okay. So, yep. So that's how that happens. Federation will be knowing it. Individual block pool directories, etc. So Hadoop 3.0. That's what we have seen till yesterday, right? So we saw how that actually works till in Hadoop 3.0. What are the new features? We started discussing it. We quickly complete this part, and then we'll move on to Linux commands today, because Linux is something very important. So coming to anyone explorer towards parity check and erasure coding or parity check, parity block. Yes, please put your presence in the group, please. Please put your presence in the group. Thank you.
Read and array of independent disk size. Read means
Okay. Right means redundant array of independent or index
disks.
or independent.
In other abbreviations, it is saying redundant array of inexpensive disks.
Inexpensive disk, independent or inexpensive disk. Yeah, true. So coming to what is RAID, okay. 1 second.
Data storage virtualization technology that combine multiple disks into a single component.
During the failure of nodes. Okay, so say for example, okay guys, just have a look. We'll quickly complete parity check and parity block in Hadoop 3.0, and which is actually updated one. As we know the knowledge of updated versions, we're always on demand. So get to know the always updated and recent knowledge. So right now we do not have something known as replication factor of 3. In Hadoop 3.0, there is no something known as replication factor of 3. Okay, so coming to 2 blocks. So say for example, I have a biggest data. Okay, I'll start from the scratch. See, I have a data of 256 MB, for example. How that works in 3.0? That's what we're gonna scan. 256 MB of data I have in my hand right now. I want to add. If I have 3 node cluster. If I have 3 node cluster, okay. How many blocks this 256 gets divided? In case of, but one more change which happened is in Hadoop 1.0, the size of the block is 64 MB. But in Hadoop 2.0, the size of the block is 128 MB. Default block size. Okay. Each chunk, if I have 250 MB data, it gets chunked into 128 MB of data. So say for example, if I have 128 MB and 128 MB. Okay, let's say this is okay, 2 MBs of data got divided. So let me create one block, put one block here, put one block, put another block here. So similarly, so say for example, another replication here. I mean to say another replication. Okay, let this get replicated, let this get replicated. Right? 2 replication happens here. So say for example, if I have another block, similarly, first this is a master. Say for example, this will be the replication, this will be the replication. This is what happens in a normal traditional Hadoop file system like 1.0 and 2.0. 3 replications do happen. For each block of 128 MB, 2 replications takes place, right? So everyone is clear so far. Oh. So this is what the every time it usually take care. But when it comes to 3.0, okay, what is actually happening is there won't be any replications for this. There won't be any replications for this. Instead, if I have just the original copies there, instead 2 things will happen. Number 1 is parity block gets created, replication of parity block. This is something very important. Okay, replication of parity block. See, coming to this particular fashion, for each 2 blocks, okay, you can say for each 2 blocks, you can say, I just have 2 blocks right now of 128 MB and 128 MB. A parity block gets created. Here, a parity block, which is a reference of, let's say this is A block, this is B block. This is a reference of A plus B. This is a reference of A plus B. but not exactly A plus B. We usually call it as XOR. Usually call it as XOR. Okay, this is how we represent XOR. What does XOR mean? Okay, this is a completely an encoded parity block. What I mean is, this is completely an encoded parity block. Okay, for each encoded parity block, for each two blocks, a parity block gets created. The reference for each two blocks will be 0 and 1. For each two blocks, for the parity block reference would be 0 and 1, because parity block got created for these two blocks for now. So one will be 0, one will be 1 for the reference for parity block. Okay. Anyone having idea about XOR operations? XOR operations.
Yes,
Yes, we have an idea.
0 and 0. What is the output?
0.
0.
0. If I'm going ahead with 0, the output would be
0.
0.
0.
If I have 0 and I have 1,
1.
1.
1, 0,
1.
1.
1.
1, 1, 0.
1. Oh, sorry.
0.
Yeah.
So when it comes to this particular XOR operations in encode parity, so when this node got failed, which is not responding, okay, just consider this is not responding. Now I need to recover this block using the encoded parity. If I'm sending this as an input to the encoded parity, if I'm sending this as an input of this encoded parity, okay. So when I have 0, it as an input, say for example 0, 1. The output would be 1. Now what I'm coming to say is, if I'm sending as an input of 0 to this, 1 will come output. If I'm sending as this block, I'll get 0th block. So if I'm sending, it will happen in the form of a XOR operations, in which if I'm sending a 0th block to the parity encoding, the decoding would be first block. If I'm sending first as to the encoded parity, it will be 0th block. The size of this would be 128 MB. The parity block size would be 128 MB. Encoded and serialized. For each two 128 MB of blocks, one 128 parity block gets created. One 128 parity block gets created. Please note it down. For each 128 MB of block, one parity block gets created. Please note this down. I'll come to the questionnaire round. Just give me a second. I'll complete that so that a few doubts gets clarified. For each 128 MB of block, one parity block, one 128 MB of parity block gets created. Please note it down. Okay, so how that works is, if I'm sending 0th as an input, first block will come out. If I'm sending first as an output, 0th will come out. So when I have 2 MB of block, if this is not responding, name node will send an instruction for this data node to send this packet copy to this encoded parity to generate this block here. Gets created at the same time. So this is how the operation takes place with parity encoded block. So here if you see, okay, going ahead, if I have another node, first part I explained is parity block gets created for the recovery. Yes, that got created for the recovery. Secondly, this is something very important. Parity blocks replication. I told you, right? Replication of parity block. One parity block gets replicated. This replication happens for this parity block, not for actual block this time. Okay. Now tell me, you can ask me why we are going for encoder parity. What is erasure coding? This is nothing but erasure coding. Concept is erasure coding. Block is encoder parity. What is advantage here? If this node go down, if this node is going down, okay, I can get the data from this parity. I can get the data from this parity block here. What is advantage here? What is the size of this block? Can anyone tell me? This block, the first block,
128 MB.
128 MB.
this one,
128 MB.
128.
this one,
128
128.
MB.
For 2 blocks, how many parity blocks getting created? For 2
One.
blocks, the responsibility is gonna be 2 128 parity blocks. Yes or no? For 2 blocks together. Getting it?
Yes. Storage is reduced. Storage size.
Here storage is reduced, 100% overhead is reduced. Before it used to be 2%, like it used 2% of 200% of overhead. Like I should have 1 replica and second replica, 200%. I should have 1 replica and second replica, 200%. Right now, at least I'm reducing into 1 parity block here, to here, to here, to here. So 100% is getting reduced. Even though that has a replication or duplication, at least I'm reducing half of the storage, consumption. So encoder, like erasure coding is something very important for you to understand. Like just like they'll not expect much in the industries now, I mean to say as a developer, but you need to understand that Hadoop 3.0 has erasure coding. Erasure coding is nothing but for each 2 block of 128 MB. You can ask me, what if my data is 512 MB? If it is 512 MB, simple. If it is 512 MB, 4 blocks, 128 MB, 128 MB, 128 MB, and 128 MB. For this 128 MB, 1 parity block. For this, another 2 120 MB, 128 MB, I have another 1 parity block. That's what I'm saying. For each 2 120 MB of 120 MB of blocks, 1 parity block gets generated. Parity block. Please note this down. For the recovery, I'll send this as an input for this parity block. I can generate this, or I can send this as an input for this. I can generate this using the XOR operation. This concept, this entire parity block concept, we call it as RAID. See, definition is erasure coding. Mechanism is RAID. Mechanism. RAID is not only belongs to erasure coding, but erasure coding uses RAID. This block is nothing but parity block. Parity block.
Sai, actually, during the parity block creation, is the
Jawahir, I'm unable to hear you, Jawahir. If you can remove headphones, it would be fine, I guess. Jawahir?
Sai, I have doubt.
Yeah.
If we have 100 nodes of 100 chunks of data, if one data node fails, we have to send 99 rest of the 99 blocks to get the last one.
See, you are saying there are 900 blocks, right?
Yes, Sai.
For each 2 blocks, I have 1 parity, I'm saying. If it is a 512 MB data, how many blocks got created, Veera? 4 blocks.
Okay.
For each 2 128 MB, I have 1 parity block.
Okay.
So if it is 100 blocks, totally 50 parity blocks get created.
Which is respective to the next one, we have to send only 1 block.
Exactly. If what
Okay.
this is one parity block, this one parity block. If this got down, I'll send this as an input. If this gone down, I'll just send this as an input.
Okay. Okay, Sai. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sai, what if both the blocks are dead? Like both the nodes are dead?
See, if both the nodes are dead, we can't able to recover this. The reason behind it is, okay, parity block expects XOR or XOR operations. Just like if all the nodes go down, no further operations. If not, both the blocks, both the nodes at a time is getting down, we are unable to recover that. That is the reason we got in parity, we got something known as checkpoint, not this restricted checkpointing. Okay, in which in this checkpointing is nothing but name node will check whether I have both the nodes are going down. If both the nodes are going down, for this parity check, it will start introducing as a this particular path. It will just start decoding the blocks. There's nothing but checkpoint. It will do a checkpoint and it start decoding the block name node with a grace time of 7 minutes. If both the nodes are not responding, if both the blocks are not, both the nodes with the blocks is not responding, it will check for 7 minutes and it will start decoding and it will create a 2 blocks for it and then send it back or some other nodes. So this particular, to make this available, if both the blocks are not available, if one block is there, another block can be retrieved. If another block is there, the first block can be retrieved. If both are going down, it will give 7 minutes of grace time for any of the nodes to respond. Because if I have one block, I can immediately get another one. If not, it will start decoding. It will take a bit of time for the recovery. And for 7 minutes, then for decoding, it will create 2 blocks and then it will. So it actually not a decoding, deserialization. The data is actually encoded with serialization. It'll just deserialize and send that block. But the problem here is during that decoding, it will go to safe mode again. Name node will go to safe mode. So that's how that happens. Clear, Chiru?
Yes, Sai, but it's not good.
Sorry?
It's not good, right?
Good in the sense?
See, both like my recovery, expecting the recovery. Like in earlier thing, if both the nodes down, I can use replicas.
Replicas,
Right?
exactly. Exactly.
But here, it's not working like that, right?
Here, it may take a bit of time for the decoding part, not much of time, but name node will not have any transactions that time. Moreover, the most important issue which we faced is the data storage, data memory storage. Respect to this. So at least parity has given such solution for us. One parity block. So they followed the parity one to resolve this, but very rare that both the nodes having the blocks going down. But at least one block is there, immediately recovery will happen. But if both are going down, decoding may take not even a minutes kind of thing, but may take at least seconds. Like it, but for 7 minutes it will give grace time to recover, at least to respond. If not, it will just decode this in a fraction of seconds. But name node will not have any transactions that time. Immediately the data will be recovered here using the decoding. Memory loss can be done. Like memory loss can be advantages of memory loss. In case of memory storage is the biggest advantages. The disadvantage will be in case of decoding, it may take a bit of time for the recovery. That's it. There is advantage, there is a limitation.
Okay, got it.
Sai, could you hear me?
Yeah, Jawahir.
Yeah, Sai, actually the parity block that is getting created in one another data node, right?
Yes, most probably the distribution happens. Yes, exactly.
Okay, actually it will not created in the same data node where actually the actual 2 blocks present, right? Usually it would be
See, even in yesterday's usually in basic explanation, I never told like the same block gets created in the same.
Yeah.
Right. So to achieve this, I should have at least a minimum of 3 nodes to get created. right? Otherwise, we can't achieve the replication. You'll have only one replication. That's it. No parity gets created.
Okay, that there is no dedicated data node for the parity. Actually, in some other data node, parity will get created.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
There's no specialized data node for that. We just have the laptops. The parity gets created inside it. Yeah.
Okay. And also during the parity creation, actually the logic behind is like how to say, the compressing happening, right? The compression.
Serialization.
Okay.
Snappy serialization, in which it will compress the data as well. Not all the serializations will compress the data. Please note it. But here happens a snappy serialization, in which that will reduce the size of the data. 2 blocks is reduced to 1 on 128 MB of block.
Okay.
Just encoding and serialization. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you.
Sai Lakshmi here.
Yeah, Lakshmi.
In parity block, is there a way that we can configure the number of replication factors more than 2, or it's always
No, it is everything is configured, Lakshmi. Everything is configured.
Okay.
In case of parity, in
Okay,
case of replication, coming to the configuration, you can set the default. See, if I'm moving, so you can set the default value 3 or 2. Okay. During the runtime, also you can change it. That's the beauty. For any execution I'm doing, the output should have these many replications. During the runtime, also you can do that. We'll come to that later. But anything can be configured in hdfs.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
And here, 2 things happening. One is encoding and serialization.
Yeah.
The purpose of serialization is only for compression, or is there any other activity involved in that, like data get transferred over the network? Because of that, it is getting serialized?
Yes, there's a Snappy is an inbuilt serialization for kind of for this for HDFS. Okay, so in this Snappy, Hadoop, as you told about network, okay, from one node to other node, definitely the data should get serialized, right? Serialization. If I'm sending, I didn't cover much on serialization so far, but serialization is kind of changing the format for transferring over the network, right? Somehow we can have a very big session on serialization, but on the high level, I'll be telling you, like, to transfer from one node to other node, serialization do happen. That will also make you compress the data at times, not all the serializations. At times, Snappy will definitely reduce it. One thing, encoding is kind of performing XOR operation, right? That is nothing but XOR encoding, actually. Okay, to provide the XOR output. Snappy is to reduce the data, size of the data.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure. I got 2 questions. Naveen, who decides which data node should be parity block? Who decides which data node should be should have parity block? Any transaction happens, Naveen. Any transactions happens in HDFS where the data should save, where the data should move, which data node is okay for the parity, which data node I should send this block of 128 MB data. Everything is decided by name node because of metadata it has. Metadata is nothing but the information about the data nodes. So it will decide where it has to migrate. Clear, Naveen? Yeah. Santosh, how data nodes know their parity blocks? See, any transactions is going on. See, name node, see, this 0 is going to encoded parity and generating 1. 1 is going to encoded parity and generating 0. This is nowhere related to data node knowledge. Everything is decided by name node. Name node will say, the data node, you have 0, right? Please send that to data node 3 to encoded parity. Do the process and let me get me one more block of it. Data nodes were completely non-intelligent, not clever. Name node, they'll just go with whatever I'm saying. This will go there, this will go there, another application gets created. Everything is decided by name node because of its master capability. Because of its master capability. Getting it right, all of you? Any transactions, because it is a manager, we have to report to them. We have to follow its instructions. Data node is not that intelligent to move automatically. Data node can't know that this node is not responding. No, data node is not that intelligent. It follows just what name node is saying. Clear? Shall we go ahead? Guys, very deeper knowledge. Parity is something very deeper, which I just explained. After referring so many forums, at least to myself to know about the 3.0, I referred so many forums to know actual what is happening at the backend. So have this, write it down clearly in a notebook. If I ask questions tomorrow, I need you to answer. Okay. Shall I go ahead? Good to go?
Sorry, just high level. Can you just brief explain once?
Yeah, sure. See, in case of my parity check, okay, when's the data mode? May I know who is it? iPhone?
Srini here.
Srini, okay.
My laptop is not connected.
Yeah, I'll just renaming it. Yeah. So coming to, there are two blocks. Okay, let me move this. Okay. So suddenly what we got? We got two blocks of 256 MB, right? It will go and sit here. It will go and sit here. Done, right? Once it's sat here, name node will send an instructions to both the nodes to move here, and then encoding parity gets created. Encoding parity block. Out of 128 MB, encoded parity block gets created, which follows an XOR operations. So if I send this, if this node go down, if I send an input of this node to this encoded parity, this gets generated. If I send this as an input for this encoded parity, this gets generated. Right? This is nothing but parity check. So in this case, this is nothing but XOR operations. What is XOR operation? If I say for each 120 MB, for each two blocks of 120 MB, 120 MB can be anything. Like as Timothy asked me, there are 100 MB, 100 blocks. For each two blocks, one parity block gets created, reducing the overhead. Right? This is an advantage. This is an advantage. So coming to this part, if I send this as an input for this gets generated, and this vice versa happens. For each parity block, one replication gets created by default. For each parity block, one replication gets created by default. Okay, if this go down, we have to record this. So this will start sending data to record this, etc. Almost vice versa, right? So this is what the encoded parity. If both the nodes go down, right? Name node will send an instruction. It will give us 7 minutes of grace time for it to respond at least one block, at least any of these two nodes. Okay. So because of to send the heartbeat. So if it didn't respond, immediately name node will send an instruction to this parity check to create own blocks, decode it, and then that will be transferred out here. But it may take a bit of time for this decoding. It's not as simple as sending an XOR operation. One block is there to get it another one. That happens in a very fraction of seconds. But this decoding have to deserialize the data, because this is not only decoding, it has to deserialize. You may not get more on what is deserialized for now, but just note down this word, deserialize. Changing of format. We'll have discussion later on this briefly. So accordingly, I can recover the block. Clear, Srini?
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you, Srini. So going ahead, few features. Java 8 erasure coding. Name node extensions as usual. Like we do have like increasing the size. Actual name node extensions is not only this, and increase name node extensions as a part of our 2.0 itself, new features. But they do have some changes in namespace. Namespace is nothing but yesterday we spoke about block pool directories, right? Increasing size of block pool, just enhancing like how we are getting enhancing. So they just enhanced few more name node extensions, sizes, directory sizes, etc. Metadata, storage metadata, and also we got FS image storage in memory and FS image storage in disk, right? So FS image is also got serialization. I'll come to the serialization later, but note it down. FS image in name node is also getting serialized in 3.0. FS image in name node is getting serialized. Note it down. I'll come to the serialization later. It's a very big story it is, okay? And the data node extension. Data node extension is also the same. Just data node extensions came into place because of parity block, okay? Parity block plays a vital role in data node extensions. So one data nodes will have the parity block right now. Will have the encoded block right now. That is data node extensions. Multiple passive name nodes. As I told you yesterday, not one active name node, one standby name node. We can connect any number of standby name nodes in Hadoop 3.0. Any number of standby name nodes. But it costly operations, but fine, we got an option. Because if active name node is going down, another standby name node is taking the power. We need another node to do the checkpointing, right? Not the active name node can do the checkpointing of its own. Otherwise, it has to always go to safe mode, do the checkpointing, make the data ready, and come back. Till that, it can't able to serve any request or transactions. Any data wants to put into node, that will not do. So here in this case, we got active name node, any number of standby name nodes. That's why we call it as multiple passive name nodes. If active node is going down, this is taking over it. This becomes standby name node for this. So such options I got as a multiple passive name nodes. Okay. So with respect to port changes, as I told you, each service works on particular port. There is some port changes happen. Not want to go much deeper on this, not like admin people. So data node service, name node service, everything the port got changed just for more efficient. Because from past few years, in each system the ports got open. Maybe very layman for port things right now, but going ahead you'll understand how in which port the service has switched on. What if ports gets busy, what happens? So such kind of knowledge you'll get further. But ports got changed. Ports in the sense, before it used to be name node used to start at 60080. Later on it got changed to 9629. The port number got changed. Okay, that's few changes. Coming to FS connector, file system connector. As I told you yesterday, now HDFS has a privilege to connect to Azure cloud capacities, as well as we do have, have anyone heard about Alioun storage? Alioun cloud storage.
I think this is strange.
Okay. This is founded by Alibaba Groups. Okay, just like Azure, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud, and what we do have few more PCF, Pivotal Cloud Foundry, AWS, right? So similarly, Alibaba Groups has provided one cloud storage, nothing but Alioun cloud storage, which is highly going to be used in other few years because it is coming with many services. So just explore on that, Alioun cloud storage. So that's how that works. So the integrations between HDFS to this outside cloud storage got increased because somehow we're going to discuss on Azure cloud HDFS creations. So that time we'll get a clear knowledge. It is increasing its bandwidth. Hadoop is increasing its bandwidth. Hadoop is upgrading. Framework is getting upgraded. Spark is getting upgraded. Cloud is getting upgraded. That's why the data analytics is becoming a superpower. That's the reason we are connected today. So analytics is getting it more and more powerful because each framework is efficiently upgrading itself. It's a very biggest world. Analytics is a very big world. So just telling you, these are the few words you need to keep on knowing it. These are the upgrades. Alioun cloud storage is one of the efficient cloud storage for the upcoming years. Right? So through HDFS connections to Alioun, Azure is bit of easier right now. Before it used to be a bit tough to fetch the data from Azure outside and sending the data from HDFS to Azure cloud. So right now, this becomes a bit of easier. Connectors has become so easier. From HDFS, I can connect to one Azure storage and I can send my data to that particular server. Because HDFS is not a file system, it's a distributed file system. It's not like a Windows file system or Linux file system. It's completely distributed. But the founders of Hadoop is trying hard to make it as an actual file system. How the Linux works, just trying to make it as simple as that, like Hadoop file system. But that's not the case. That's not a file system. It's a distribution. It's a storage of multiple nodes. It's not that easy to achieve, but they're trying hard. Okay, just like sending one server to other server. Similarly, they're just trying to send the data from HDFS to the Azure cloud directly right now, or Alien Cloud Storage. Right now, along with the Google Cloud and the AWS, the same Hadoop 3.0. Actually, still Hadoop 3.0 is not completely used. Some part of Hadoop 3.0 is still in incubator, like some services. So 2.7 is widely used for now. Okay, these are the few new features. Please note it down. Definitely, I'm telling you, 99% of the interviewers are not aware of Hadoop 3.0 features. Trust me. Those who are having aspirations to switch your company, 3.0 is not at all, at least 99%. I may fall in that 1% a little at least, but 99% they're not aware of it. Even because the industry has not started using it properly. So there is a reason. So even I didn't get a chance to work with Hadoop 3.0 yet. The cluster I just checked it by creating a cluster in Azure. Create a 3.0 cluster and checked what is happening at the backend. Just for in case of teaching you. The previous batch I tried it, but 3.0 is not widely used. Still, 90% of the people are using 2.0 for. But down the line, any upgrades happen as usual. The updates and upgrades will happen another 1 or 2 years, most probably, because Hadoop 3.0 has came to market in the year of 2016 end November, start of 2017 almost. But still, it's an incubator. It's still underrated, not underused. It's not used much. So we may get future. Yep. Shall we go ahead? Good to go?
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So coming to the next part, okay? Yes. So I'll come to the data mechanics later, because data mechanics you need to understand what is compression, what is serialization. Actually, that's the next slide, data mechanics. Okay. I'll come to the data mechanics later. Once you get used to your file system, obviously you'll get to know what is data mechanics. And it's a very big paper. Data mechanics is very big paper in which you'll be experiencing data mechanics till the end of this session. Once you start using Scoop tool, you have to work with data mechanics, serialization. You're going to work with many serializations. You're going to start with Avro serialization, ParQ serialization, XML serialization, JSON serialization, and sequence serialization. Many serializations you're going to handle. So storage, H-based storage serializations. So many serializations you're going to handle. So you're gonna murmur this particular topic a lot in the future. We'll come to this further. Let's start with Linux today. Okay, so frankly, how many of you are not aware of Linux at all? I know from ETL background, people definitely knowing about Linux, deployments, everything. How many of you here who are connected today are not at all aware of Linux commands, Linux OS? Can put it in the chat. Okay. Okay. They are basically of Linux, but not proficient. Okay, terminal part. Okay. Okay. Most probably, like who are from like ETL background, like Srini, Venkat, Chiru might be knowing it. Maybe experts also. So as a part of your big data, okay, as a part of a big data, in case of how much the knowledge proficiency you needed towards Linux is limited, not like Unix shell scripting, writing like very large scripting in Unix, not that needed. Very basic, like you need to handle Linux file system, right? You need to trigger a job. You need to handle Hadoop file system. That much of knowledge is more than enough with respect to your Linux, right? I'm just keeping a mark like between the experts and the beginners. The mark should be in between. The intermediate is fine. Being a big data developer, because we're not going to do any scripting. We cannot process it. We're not going to process anything Linux. We're going to trigger the jobs. We should be capable enough to handle the frameworks. That's it. So coming to Linux, and I'm just considering everyone as a beginners to Linux. Okay, shall I consider everyone as a beginners to Linux? Like, or okay, intermediate. I'm aware of it. Like, maybe few of things I'll just mention from the start. So maybe boring for few people, maybe interesting for few people, maybe mid for few people. But every session will be the same. Maybe few other experts in Linux. So if they are new to Spark, I can explain from the scratch again. So since that is everything, there is new for everyone. So if just hold on, if you people are already aware of it, let me start from the scratch. So let me know in case of any issue with respect to Linux. Okay, with respect to Linux, how many of you handled Linux box at least once in your life? Okay, how many of you didn't handle? Like, I don't know what is Linux completely. I don't know nothing about Linux. People speak about Linux. Linux came before Windows. That was actual open source operating system. The one which you see in your Windows file system is everything Maya, you can say. Everything is a Maya, everything they're cheating you by providing an UI. They're not giving more work for our brains. Okay, this is an OS. Coming to very basic knowledge on Linux, okay, this is an OS. Right? So if you see, if I want to go any directories, I can directly have UI and I have a mouse with me and I'll start using it. And I want to read this and I can directly write. I can directly write all this. I can read this data, everything. So I can start editing this as well. So everything I can do here. So in case of all this, okay. So if I'm going back, okay, if I click back button, I'll coming back to the folder. If I want to go to any directories, I can see C drive, I can go directly. I can go any directories inside. If I want to create a folder, I can create any folders. Okay, say for example, you're creating folder on as Zayo. Created it, I'm going inside it. I can create another folder inside it, analytics. This I'm actually doing in Windows. Whatever I'm doing from my childhood, I got used to Windows file system. I got used to Windows file system. But yet, Linux is something different. The reason behind two things they go with Linux commands, why Linux is widely used. Okay, two things is Linux is highly secured, first of all. Very highly secured. Number two is open source. Highly secured as well as open source. The Linux OS is completely open source. Okay, what is it actually? We call it as Linux. What does it actually mean? I ask you to create a cluster. I ask you to create everything you want. But here, coming to Linux file system, there is a server running. Okay, there is a system. Just imagine there is a laptop in US. There's a laptop in US. Okay, I have my own laptop here. In my case, I have Linux. I have a laptop here. Okay, which is running, which is having Linux file system. I install Linux file system. There is no UI for it. The Linux file system, the one which installed with the Linux will not start with any Windows is loading and then it will come with a password. It will open desktop. Not like that. This completed Linux remote servers in which if I want to create a directory here, if I want to create another directory inside it, if I want to create a file inside it, for example, if I want to create another directory here, for example, if I want to move this file, copy this file, for example, to another directory if you want, okay. So I want to move completely another directory. I may have to remove the directory. I want to remove the file. I want to whatever the creation I want to do, I should get used to Linux commands. With respect to Hadoop, okay, with respect to Hadoop, you already know there is a node, there is a 5-node cluster, for example. There is a 5-node cluster and I have edge node connected to it. Right? I have a file here. the file, say for example, the outside systems has moved one of the files to this edge node. The file has reached to this edge node. To check whether I need to go to this directory, to this particular folder where this got generated, I should go and check whether I got this file, whether I need to move this file to somewhere else, whether I need to read this file, whether how that file looks, whether I have any other transactions I need, any other transformations I need. Like I need to move this file to another folder. I need to check the nature of the file, nature of the data, right? All this you need to do in the Linux file system because the edge node consists of Linux. Any job is getting triggered through Linux. Any logs get generated through Linux. Linux will not have any UI like this. Not like that. It's an operating system, works on completely commands. We do have UI. We call it as Ubuntu, but people do not configure UI for security reasons. We have to go ahead in accessing Linux commands. As you already know, okay. Let me connect to my Cloudera. If you have Cloudera, okay. So just imagine your system, your cluster is completely moving, running in your you're running in US, okay. So I have my own laptop here. My laptop. If I want to connect to this particular server of edge node, I can connect through which software?
Putty,
right? I can connect through Putty. If I know the IP address and user ID password of this edge node, I can connect to that. You have Cloudera on, right? Say for example, if you have your Cloudera switched on, get the IP. Type just close this. You have this Cloudera, right? So go to applications, system tools, terminal. Don't do it now. I'll give the time. Terminal. ifconfig. Type ifconfig. You will get the IP address of this particular Cloudera, your node. This server is, just imagine this server is running in your system. But actually this is running in your system, but imagine that is running in some other country or something. This is a cluster, okay? Just copy this, come to Putty, paste this, open, last password, user ID password. Cloudera. That's it. Now, what I'm saying is, cluster is running somewhere else. Now I connected through Putty from my Windows server. I connected through Putty to this particular server in which my Linux file system is running here. To create a file, to create a directory, to delete a file, to delete a directory, to copy a file, to move to the next directory, to come to the before directory, everything you have to write with commands here. Everything is commands here. If you see, for example, in Windows, if I see, I can easily say in which directory I am in. Say I am in this Apache Maven. I can simply say which directory I am in. I am in C, users, Sai Aditya, downloads, and Apache Maven. But if you want to see here which directory I am currently present, I have to go ahead giving a directory a command known as pwd. That will specify me which path I am in. For example, I didn't start any commands yet. I'm just giving an example. To know the path itself, I need to give a command. So you should know few commands with respect to big data. Very few commands. Not very hardcore Unix scripting. Not like that. Few Unix scripting with respect to Linux, and you need to know how that each command works with the hands-on. Can everyone do, and one more thing, you can ask me whether Putty is required, whether Putty is mandatory, okay, to connect to this cluster. Not mandatory. If you're connecting through Windows, have this IP, just go to command line, CMD in Windows, open this particular command line prompt in Windows, SSH, paste that, SSH, paste the IP, Give yes. Give Cloudera. Password is Cloudera. Okay, just one sec. Command line SSH. Give the password of username here itself. Give this a username SSH username at the rate of this. Give password as Cloudera. It will start opening here. Both are same. Okay. Now you connected to this Linux file system. This Cloudera UI, they configured it. They created CentOS, they configure it. So don't consider this UI at all. Don't consider this UI at all. Just minimize this. Whatever you're gonna do, you have to do it in this black terminal. Whatever you do here, you can see the changes here. That's a different story again. Okay. The changes will be seen, but in real time, the UI won't be available. Ubuntu UI or CentOS UI won't be available for you. Everything is your this black screen. That's it. Whatever you do, that comes with this black screen. Any commands you do. This is Linux. I connected to my edge node. So whatever you're doing here, I have to check with my edge node. So that's how I connect to my cluster. Everyone is clear with the cluster connection. Shall quickly do the cluster connections? Those who are available with the Cloudera now. Get the IP address, connect to this cluster using your, if you have putty, go ahead. If you want to install, you can install putty here. Easy to install putty. Just give putty download. Download this putty. Give the first link here. Click this. If you are 62-bit, 32-bit, just download this 64-bit if you want. You can easily download that and do the installation. Or else, if you wish to connect through command line, it's up to you. Both are same. You can start your process here itself. It's not a problem. I'm repeating again. Go to command line. SSH Cloudera, the rate of, give the IP address of it. Give the password, you get connected to this particular server. If you are using Mac, the same process, go to command terminal in that, SSH and go to the same process. Can you quickly do that? I'm stopping my screen share. Okay. I'm just stopping the screen shares. You can start sharing your screens. You can start sharing your screens. Just try whether you can start sharing your screens. Please stop your videos. If you found any hindrance, please you can minimize the same, all of you. I'm just stop the screen share. Just at the bottom of your meeting, you can see share option. Just share it. Give screen or respective any screen if you want to share. Show me that. Get used to share screen shares also because we're gonna have many hands-on session upcoming in the upcoming sessions. So just connect to the Cloudera through putty or your command line in Windows. Just one sec, guys. Invite.
Sai sir.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I was on call with the person whom I thought he'll be connecting at 11 o'clock. He'll just connect at 11 o'clock to explain his journey also. Yes, someone called me.
Sai sir.
Yeah.
Is it need to run background Cloudera sir while using
Yes,
this Putty?
Cloudera should be on. The server should be on, right? Yeah, everyone can do multiple screenshots also, guys. I believe I already told in the group that everyone should switch on your Clouderas before environment won't be available, right? Only Cloudera UI, what we use in our laptop. No. Ramki is asking me, Sai, in real time, Windows environment won't be available, right? Only Cloudera UI, what we have in our lab will be available. Ramki, see, your Cloudera, which you are using, will not have any UI, first of all. Okay?
Okay.
Like how you are connecting to your remote cluster right now from your Windows, that's how you're going to connect. They'll allocate a system for you, right? For example, after joining company, you have Windows in that or Mac. You need to connect to that server. Through your Windows, you need to connect to your servers to do all the deployments. You develop in your own Windows, right? You write the scripts, you check, connect everything. You connect to this Cloudera through Putty and do the development. You getting it?
Okay. Yes, I.
UI won't be available at all. First of all, this just for home use. This UI they have provided the UI. Everything, the one which you just connecting to this Cloudera and do all what we're gonna do, or everything you're gonna do the same in your real time. They'll just give you host name or IP, use ready password. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it now.
Sure.
Thank you.
Guys, you can do the multiple screen shares, all of you. So please report me once you are just connected. So in real time, only software we will be using Putty or some software to connect Linux. Will we actually connecting Putty on Krish? And we may use command line at times also, like depends. If Putty is not like, if anyone is getting,
Yes.
Yeah, so in case of...
Hey, can you able to see my screen?
Yeah, Nagraj.
Hello? Yeah. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah,
Just shared.
it's fine.
Is it okay?
It's working.
Okay.
Yeah. So we may connect through command. Yeah, you can stop your screen.
Can I turn off? Yeah.
So that's how it works, Venkatesh. Yeah, we connect through putties to the servers. Oh, no issue, Satish. Yeah. Okay, Venkatesh. Thank you. So everyone do the same. Can you please put in the chat once you got connected to the Cloudera? Ram, can you please share your screen, Ram? Gopal?
Sir, I connected through mobile phone, sir.
Okay.
Hello?
But you trying it in your system, right? In your lab.
Yeah, sir. SSH is not recognized, it's saying.
Is it Windows?
Yeah, sir.
If you can just connect to through meeting and share your screen, it will be helpful for me to guide you now. Through PC, can it possible to connect?
Now I'm fine.
Yeah. So that you can share your screen so that I can guide you. Okay, everyone just try PWD. Guys, let me tell you one more thing. Okay. Mehboob, yeah, Mehboob. Now I'm just sending few credentials, okay? So just have this as a temporary purpose, like till you get the access. Give that URL in the browser, Mehboob, and this is the user ID password. It's actually paid login in which you have just 3 days of access now. Yeah, Trimurthu, I'm pinging you. But Trimurthu, this Mehboob is facing an issue, but okay, anyway. But please do not use it after 3 days. If in traffic rate increases, I may get hindrance in processing few things. Please do not share this to anyone again. I'm just giving as a part of your part of our emergency. So please do not share this to anyone. You can connect through Putty or SSH or through browser. Anything will work. Sure. Okay. Give PWD and check whether you can see home Cloudera once you logged in. Thanks, Veera. Thank you. Arup, can you share your screen, please?
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, Abhishek.
I can't able to share the screen because I'm using with mobile, but I have connected with CMD.
It's working, right?
And PC.
Yeah, Abhishek, it's working.
Yeah, it's
right?
working.
Okay.
But after typing this, but some issues were there.
That's fine, but you had home Cloudera, PWD, command line, everything is at least you can have to log into Cloudera, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes,
sure.
Sir.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Arup, can you share your screen, please? I'll check the same. What about others? What about Saif? Balaram? Saif, you configured it, right? Saif, can you hear me? Okay, Harup is facing. What about Balaram?
Sorry, I'm also facing the issue.
Okay, what is the issue, Balaram?
It's unable to recognize SSH command.
Do your Cloudera is on? Balaram? Chiru?
Sai, I'm connecting from phone. I will do it later.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You told me.
Yes, I am trying, but still Cloudera not yet open. Still it's in process only.
Okay,
I
okay,
restarted again.
okay, stream. See, through command line, Satish, through command line, I'm just sharing the screen. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay, through command line, just give the same, Satish. Once you go to command line, SSH Cloudera @IP. Pasting it. Lakshmi, have you configured?
Not yet, Sai. I'll do tonight, and I'll do all these commands.
Okay, Lakshmi. Nagaraj?
Yes, I.
Yeah, you're done. Oh, you're done, right? Sorry.
Yeah, I've done. Yeah.
Naveen? Okay, Naveen, you told like it will take 1 week of time, right? For you. Okay, Abhishek is done. Prakash is done. Okay, Rahul is done. Ram Gopal is done. RK? Yeah, Veera, you can share your screen. Okay, share. I can share my mobile screen. Mobile not possible, but Veera, where you connected it through cluster connected through mobile or through PC or lab?
Putty only, Sai. Mobile
Huh?
app Putty.
But you can't.
Direct mobile.
But you can't write any comments. I believe. Check on the same.
I already given username, Sai.
Password you gave? You gave PWD. Okay, that's fine. That's fine, Veera. Just carry on. No, Arup, I can't see your screen. What about Ramki?
Yes, I have connected. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, sure. Okay. Sakti is done, I guess. Santosh is already done. Siraj? Okay, I can see your screen. No. Arup, if you're trying through Putty, SSH is not required. Okay? Not required. Once you login is use Cloudera, password is Cloudera. If you're connecting through command line, you need to give SSH Cloudera @IP. If you're going through Putty, just give IP address, user ID Cloudera, password Cloudera. Wait. Okay, fine. Do that again, yeah. What about Venkatesh? Vasu? Venu?
Hi, sir. This is Venu. Connected, sir. Connected from different laptop.
Okay, sure. Yeah, thank you. RK? Okay. Yeah.
Sai, can you see my screen?
Who is it? Sorry?
It's Ramki.
Ramki. Yeah, Ramki. Yeah, looks fine, Ramki.
Yep.
Vasu?
Sorry, sir, I have not done installation actually so far due to time constraint.
Okay, sure, Vasu. Yeah. Okay.
By tomorrow, I'll complete this one.
Sure. By today, if possible.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Satish. Sure. Thanks, Venkatesh. Okay. So, okay, you can stop your screen shares if you don't have any issues. Arup? Yeah, Arup. Looks fine, Arup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm stopping the all participant screen shares. If you don't have any concerns, you can stop your screens, right? Jawahir, Superman.
Sai, it's Balaram. Can you see my screen?
No, Balram, can you share it again?
Okay.
Yeah, Balram, I can see. Do the Cloudera is on? Balram? It's on, right? Can you try it through Putty? Okay, just complete then let me know, Balram. Is that fine? Okay. Give next. Satish, can you share your screen, please?
Try on the machine.
Yeah.
So actually, if I connect from the same machine where my Cloudera is running, it's connecting. But if I try from other machine, it's getting the connection timeout error. Is it
Yes.
expected?
From other system in sense, the ports are not open for outside network. You getting it?
Oh, okay.
Once we connect to the network, we have to create inbound and outbound ports so that from outside network you can connect. In your system, your Cloudera and your Windows are interconnected.
Okay.
Yeah. But in remote, in real time, that cluster will be running, ports will be always open. So you can directly connect to that.
Okay, yeah.
Like how I'm, if you see, go to Putty, okay, give e.cloudxlab.com, e.cloudxlab.com, or connect, just give in Putty e.cloudxlab.com. Is it asking user ID password?
Unable to open a connect. e.cloudxlab, right?
I'm sending it. If anyone using Putty, please try this. This is a common cluster in which you can connect from any system. Satish?
Yeah, it's asking for passwords.
Even if I give, it will ask. If anyone will ask, it will give, it will pass. It's a common. The ports are open for that. You getting it right?
Okay. Yeah. It's clear.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Sir, what is that, sir? e.cloudxlab.com? I didn't get.
It's a cluster. It's a real cluster, 3-node cluster, which I bought.
If I give that command in my Putty session, command not found, it is.
No. It will ask. It will ask user ID password.
Okay, in browser you need to give, right?
No. In Putty also and browser, wherever you can give, you can. Both are the same.
But it is getting bash command not found. I'm getting.
You're connecting in Putty, right?
Yes.
It will. Try in browser.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going ahead, guys. Balram, what happened? Okay. Balram? Balram, can you hear me?
Yeah. What about you? Are you able
Yeah,
to
I
hear
can
me?
hear you. I can hear you, Balram.
Sir, here in browser, I am able to login, sir. It is asking for login.
Yeah.
CXL then for login.
Exactly. It's a common cluster which we can connect. Ports are open for everyone.
Okay.
Like how the real-time cluster will be open for everyone.
What is the
Who are
username and password, sir?
That is actually paid, they know.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Balram, please update me, no? We'll continue for now. Yeah?
Having an issue with the yeah, I'm having an issue with the VMware getting connected to Cloudera. So I tried yesterday with different versions of VM, but
But
the
VM is
problem.
open. The Cloudera is open for you, right?
No, the Cloudera it's not opening. That's what the problem. When the from VM I'm trying to connect to Cloudera, it's not getting open.
No.
Yesterday you have seen it, right?
It's okay, Mahabub. Okay, sorry. I was thinking it's a okay. Yeah, Mahabub. Yeah. I was thinking it's Balram who's talking. Yeah. Sorry, ma'am. Yeah. We'll resolve that. For now, you use that lab, which I just provided for your process. Everything is the same. Yeah. Balram, can you hear me? Balram? Balram, can you hear me? Okay. As of now, stopping your participant sharing. Balram, I just continue. Let me know once your installation, Balram.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir.
Yeah.
Login as a Cloudera, sir. Username.
Username is Cloudera, password is also Cloudera.
It's asking like I'm connecting through Putty. It is asking login as we have to give as a Cloudera.
Cloudera, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we just see some commands right now in Linux, and we'll take it forward. So this Windows, okay. Let me hope everyone can able to see my screen. Guys, please concentrate. We'll just cover 20 or 25 minutes, then we'll have a break, then we'll continue remaining session. After the break, I'll ask Nidhum to connect and explain his journey from tester to a beginner developer right now. So he'll speak things, how he tried during his interviews, how he cracked, how many interviews he cracked, what made him simple to enter this world, etc. He'll be sharing it. Meanwhile, we just start our session. So just see, in case of Linux file system, guys, concentrate for a few minutes, please. Okay. So in case of Windows file system, okay, what we usually do in our Windows file system, everything we have it in UI. But in case of our Linux, I don't have anything in UI, in which I need everything to provide in a form of a. Thanks, Ram. Yeah. Okay. Everything I need to give it in this black box, right? Whatever you do, you need to give it in a black box. And slowly compare this operations in Windows as well as operation in Linux. Please concentrate. Okay. To know the path, the very first thing, if I go in line in Windows, I'll just compare with the Windows, okay? If I'm in this particular path, in which path I am in to know, you have to click here, or you can see C user, right? This is the path you are in. To know in this server, I just logged into this server through Putty, right? To know the current path, I need to give PWD, present working directory. Please note it down. Present working directory. Okay, don't try for now. Okay, I'll give the time for you to try for this. Present working directory. That means landing directory, landing place. In your Windows, you land in your desktop, right? This desktop is also part of your path. What is the desktop path you have? See, in case of C, the desktop path is C, users. This is your desktop path actually, in which you have all the desktop links. This is your path where you land once you log in. The same I'm specifying it in. Once you log into your Linux file system, to know where you're landing, just give pwd, present working directory. Fine. I'm landing here. In desktop, I'm landing here. I'm seeing it. I can able to see the folders. I can able to see the files. I can able to see the zip files. Everything I can see in my screen. Similarly, if I'm going any of the path in Linux, in C drive, if I'm going inside Zebra Analytics, I can see these two, this directory is present, this file is present. Similarly, any path I go, in user, I have one directory. In case of C, if I go inside data, I have these many files and directories. You can see it in UI. I mean to say, in this particular path, I have these files and directories. But in this particular path, in which I am currently landing, pwd, I'm in this directory right now. Whatever I do, that reflects in this path. To know what files present, what directory is present, what details of this, we have to list it. By default, you can see the list here. You can able to see list in Windows. But you want to see list this ls. ls is a command. Right? If once I give ls, these are the things which came in. These things present in this directory. These things present in this directory. Right? Can you even just give ls in your putty? Quick. Make your putty ready. Get your putty ready. Server ready. As I keep, when I say to do it, immediately do that, please. So give ls and check whether it's getting listed. At least one directory or at least one folder, one file. Executed ls, all of you.
Yeah, it is showing Cloudera Manager, desktop downloads, and all this. Whatever there in Cloudera, that desktop, it's all showing here.
Exactly. If I give ls, I'll give all this. So this is what I listed. This is what I'm listing it. This listing is equal to, in Windows, is equal to this listing in Linux, ls. But I want to know, but here I can't able to find, leave the color coding. I can't able to find, see here, I just list this. All the files, folders are getting listed here. Leave the color coding. But I don't know what is a folder here. Through UI, I can see this is a folder and this is a file, right? But in Linux, I can't recognize which is a file and which is a folder here. Number one. Number two is memory. Memory of the file or a folder. So like when it got created. What usually do in Windows, if I just minimize that, I can able to see this is the size, this is a file, this is a type, and this is the one who created at this time. This is nothing but not list. This is long listing. Long listing. This is list in Windows. No extra details. This is equal to Linux. No extra details. But when I go with long listing, you can see the memory. You can able to see the type. You can able to see the date when it got created. Here, to achieve this long listing, and also you can see whether it's a file or a folder using UI. But if you want to do the long listing here, ls-l. ls-l. This is the data. In this particular path, when I give ls-l, this is the entry. If an entry starting with D, it's a directory. It's a directory. If an entry starts with hyphen, it's a file or a zip file. It's a file. Commonly, it's a file. If something is starting with hyphen, it's nothing but file. If something starting with D, it's a directory. Can you quickly check that? ls-l, long listing. Check that, please. Yeah, done. Going ahead. So this is how that works. Small command. So after this, if I want to list this, done. So what I usually do here, let's go. Let me fall in the landing place. Usually let fall in the landing place, desktop, right? This is my landing place. Once I logged in, this is my landing place. I'm still in the landing place in Linux. Usually in landing place, if you want to create a directory, folder, okay, you'll create a new folder here or new folder. Let's say folder name is Zebron_dir. That's it. A folder got created. To check whether folder got created, it will be in the list. If you list it, you can see in the list Zebron_dir. To create a directory in this particular path, there is a command known as mkdir Zebron_dir. mkdir Zebron_dir. Okay, this is the command. Okay, I just hit command and Zebron_dir to check whether this got created. To check whether this got created, what you have, how can you check that? ls created. All of you.
Yes,
So it got created. Now I want to go inside this directory. I don't have any, obviously I will not have anything. In the list I don't have anything. So here, if I want to go inside this Zebron_dir, I want to go inside this Zebron_dir from this path, cd change directory, Zebron_dir. Zebron_dir. Change directory. Now what I have done, simple operation in Windows. I wasn't actually here. I just clicked it and went inside this. Which path I am in? Desktop Zebron_dir. In which one? Now check the path here. PWD. Home Cloudera Zebron_dir. Getting it, all of you?
SI.
All good? Yes. I'm going inside this. Now I want to create another directory here. How to create another directory in Windows? New folder, dir1. In case of this, can anyone tell me the command? Okay, one more thing. Before going for that, I don't have anything in the list, right? I just created this directory and came in. List this. I'll not have anything. Getting it? ls. I'm just doing ls. I don't have anything, so nothing is getting listed. I just created the folder. Like how I don't have here anything, it's not listing anything here. So another directory, dir1. dir12. mkdir dir12. I'm creating another directory here. Once I create the dir, I can see it in the list. Now check ls. I have a directory here. It's a directory or a folder, ls-l. It's a completed directory. Got created. This is a byte size, etc., etc. This is dir12. I want to go inside this dir12. cd dir12. Which directory I'm in now? This path. Let me go inside this. Right now I'm in desktop dir12. Home Cloudera dir12. Am I making you clear? All of you? So quickly what I want to do is create a directory. See, list the current directory. Yes, I'm going bit not faster, but I'm just going bit normally. Like these are. Hope I'm assuming that you're getting it. Please stop me if you don't understand anything. ls the current directory. List the current directory. Create directory. The name of Zebron_dir. Do it now. Okay. Go inside the directory. Go inside the directory. create another directory. dir1 list Ziobron_dir and check whether you can see dir1. Go inside that dir1. Can you quickly do this?
Done, sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not going faster, but these things I'm just giving less weightage. Immediately just follow me. You'll be on track. Don't think you can do it later. Please. So list the current directory, create directory, everything. So this is a normal, very normal commands. So here I want to create a file. Guys, here I want to create dir12. I want to create a file. So go to Notepad. Open this. Type you just create an empty file. Type psi or Ziobron. Save this in the. How we do it in Windows? First you have an empty file, then you're creating it. See, go here. PC, desktop. In desktop you have Zio_dir. Inside dir12. You have name file like you org_name. Creating it. Now I can able to see org_name. I can read this now. Ziobron. So first of all, I created a file. Inside that file, I entered Ziobron. Similarly, in this directory, to create an empty file, touch is the command. Touch. Guys, I'll provide all the list of commands, but just concentrate for now. Touch org_name.txt. I'm creating an empty file. Touch will create an empty file. Please note it down. Touch will create an empty file. Okay. So this is org name. Enter this. An empty file got created. To check whether this file got created, how to check it? How to check whether the file got created?
Listing.
ls
org_name.txt. Yes. Similarly, this just an empty file, right? To check whether the content of this file, you just double click it and see the content. But here you can't do that. Double click. So you just have to cat this file. Cat this file. org._name.txt. Cat. It's not showing anything. It is not showing anything because this is just an empty file. Just an empty file. Long listed. 0 byte of file. 0 bytes. I don't have anything here. Right? Can you quickly create an empty file? Touch, list it, and cat it and check. Quick.
Done, sir.
Yeah.
Sai?
Yeah.
Yeah, one question. Here, VI also works the same. Then why we go with touch?
See, touch is just to create an empty file.
Yeah.
VI creates a file and we can directly go for the edit, generally.
Mm.
So I'm just telling you this command do exist. You can directly do the VI.
Yeah.
And just showing you, okay, touch will create an empty file. VI is something, we'll create an empty file and we'll go inside. That's what we're gonna see next.
Yeah, I always use VI, but I never use touch.
Okay.
So I'm just.
Yeah, sure. But I need to say everything, so I'm just covering up everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you cat this, you'll not see any data. So now I want to edit this file. In case of Windows, what you do? You go to org name, double click this. Say for example, I don't have anything, empty file, I don't have anything, like empty file what I have now. Okay. What I do in Windows, double click this, enter Ziobron, right? While closing this, blast for the save, done, came out. At the same time, I click, so I just went inside the file, please note it down. I went inside the file, edited it, saved it and came back. Similarly, if I want to edit a file, we have something as VA, Visual Editor. Okay, you want to select this, okay? Using left click, select that. Using left, simply right click it. In between, nothing is required, inputty, okay? Just go to VA. This is what you go. Now right now I'm inside the file, which is almost equal to this. Right now I'm inside a file in Windows, which is almost equal to this. Okay. So, but the thing is, like, if you want to immediately once you go inside it, you will be in escape mode. You will be at escape mode. You will be right now in escape mode. Escape mode, you can't edit anything, right? You can't edit anything. See at the bottom. Once I click I, you'll get to insert mode. Then I can start typing Ziobron. Right? Once you typed it, you want to save it. That's it. Your process done. You just entered and you want to save it. Okay. Come back to escape mode. Click escape. This insert will be removed. Okay. Colon WQ exclamatory. Colon WQ exclamatory. Enter. That's it. Came out. Then cat this file. Now cat it. Cat means read this file. You can see Ziobron now. I want to edit this Ziobron to Ziobron Analytics. Okay, go to VI. Go to VI of this file. I'm inside now. Escape mode. Click I. It will go to insert mode. Analytics. Done. Doing the insert mode, I entered it. Escape mode. Insert will go at the bottom. Colon WQ exclamatory. Cat this now. If you give up arrow, all the before commands will come. Cat. This is Ziobron Analytics. Guys, maybe boring for few people, but please bear. So this is my job to at least start my Linux commands to the newbies. So I'm just reading this file now, but see how that works. What I have done, I opened this Ziobron and I saved it and closed it. Now I'm going inside. I typed analytics, saved it and closed it. Now I'm again going inside. I want to type Ziobron Analytics Psi, for example, and I don't want to save this. While quitting it, I'll give don't save. I'll get only Ziobron Analytics here. Similarly, once I go inside, I'm going inside now. Escape mode. Click insert mode. End. If I give end, it will come at the end. Psi. Come back to escape mode. I'll not write and quit. Usually I'd go write colon WQ exclamatory, the bottom, right? I don't do that. Instead, I just do quit. Just quit. Don't write. Just quit. Colon Q exclamatory. Coming out. Now read that file. Check whether you see Psi in that. Nothing, because it just quit instead of write and quit. Can everyone quickly do that? Don't do while I'm doing it, but be faster when I say that, please. Yeah, I'll share that now, Mahbub. And Mahbub and Veera, please do not paste anywhere in your chats or sticky notes, anywhere this user ID password. This is highly confidential, please. I'm just giving for the emergency, please. It's for everyone. Please do not paste this anywhere. Please do not use this also. This will be this will hinder a lot of performance in this cluster. Actually, this is used for few real-time analytics, so that will definitely hinder max of the performances. So please do not paste this anywhere. Most probably the password will be changing in another 2 days. Please do not even paste any sticky notes. That much confidential it is. Otherwise, my job. I'll lose my job sometime in Zybro. So please. Yeah. So everyone just route it, all of you.
Yeah, done, sir.
Aditya, this is Midun, Aditya.
Hey Midun.
Yeah, how are you?
Rockstar man. Okay.
The man who made the rockstar.
Okay, Midun, we just gonna have a break in another 5 minutes. Is it okay? Like we talk at 11:10?
Yeah, sure, okay? Aditya, not a problem.
If you can disconnect and connect back if needed. And
okay, Aditya. Sure.
Sure. Yeah, if you wanna see, you can see the Linux comments which is going on.
Okay, Aditya, sure. Not a problem.
Thanks, Midun.
Okay.
So everyone just wrote this. Everyone done with this? I mean, few have done, I guess. Just write this and quit. I'm just going with the very basics understanding, guys. I mean, deep dive inside Linux right now. I'll go after the break. So let's have the break. Okay, let's have the break and meet you back by 11, exactly 5 minutes when we have a discussion with Midun once it is done. Midun, you there?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So guys, let's have a break for other 5 minutes and we'll connect back. Yeah. Sure. Thank you, guys. Exactly 5 minutes. Midun will speak after that. So be quick. Thank you. Yeah, Midun. మనం మాట్లాడదాం. We'll speak in between.
చెప్పండి ఆదిత్య.
ఎలా పోతుంది?
బానే అవుతుంది ఆదిత్య. అంతా అంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోయింది ఆదిత్య.
ఓకే.
అది FCA ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆదిత్య, ఫైనాన్షియల్ కండక్ట్ అథారిటీ అని మనకి యూకే, మనకి ఇప్పుడు RBI లాగా రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఉంది కదా ఆదిత్య. సో అక్కడ ఇట్స్ లైక్ బ్యాంక్ ఆఫ్ ఇంగ్లాండ్. సో వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే జస్ట్ కంప్లీట్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ ని క్లౌడ్ కి మూవ్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య.
Okay.
అంటే now they are currently using a business intelligence for doing the processing of data.
Okay. ఇప్పుడు మీరు Hadoop లో ఏది like they're using you in case of both Hadoop and
yes Aditya, they are using Hadoop, okay, and they are using Talent Aditya for data extraction in place of Scoop. They are using Talent use చేస్తున్నారు Aditya. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే Spark for data processing and data transformations, okay, and Hive tables EDH layer లో Hive tables యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు Aditya. ఓకే,
EDH layer కి ఎందుకు వెళ్ళాలి అసలు?
వాళ్ళు ఏంటంటే EDH యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళు డేటాని సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్స్ వచ్చి 2 సిస్టమ్స్ అది, ఒకటి సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్, ఇంకోటి వచ్చి గ్యాబ్రియల్ అంటే ఇట్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ జావా కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సోర్స్ ఆదిత్య. సో ఆ 2 లేయర్స్ నుంచి డేటాను ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసి సోర్స్ లో పెడుతున్నారు ఆదిత్య. సోర్స్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ అమెజాన్ S3
అర్థమవుతుంది.
S3 ఆదిత్య. సో S3
నుంచి కన్స్యూమ్ చేసుకుంటున్నా.
అవును ఆదిత్య, అంటే స్పార్క్ ఇక్కడ యూజ్ అవ్వట్లేదు ఆదిత్య. సో S3 నుంచి ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే మనం దీనికి టు రా లేయర్ కి మూవ్ చేస్తున్నారు. సేమ్ స్పార్క్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య. యూజింగ్ స్పార్క్ దే ఆర్ మూవింగ్ డేటా ఫ్రమ్ S3 టు ల్యాండింగ్ గేర్ విచ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ HDFS. సో అదే రా ఆదిత్య ల్యాండింగ్
EMR యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు.
EMR యూస్ చేయట్లేదు ఆదిత్య, ఇట్స్ క్లౌడెరా ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, దే ఆర్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ సిస్టమ్ క్లౌడెరా ని యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య. అమెజాన్ S3 ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ల్యాండింగ్ ఏరియా మటుకు
టాలెంట్ నుంచి మూవ్ అయిపోతుంది S3
టాలెంట్ నుంచి మూవ్ అయిపోతుంది ఆదిత్య. సో వన్స్ వి గెట్ ద డేటా ఇంటూ రా, దెన్ అక్కడి నుంచి ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే ఇటు స్టేజింగ్ లేయర్ కి స్పార్క్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య. సో విచ్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ఫ్రమ్ JSON ఫార్మాట్ నుంచి డైరెక్ట్ గా ఆవ్రో ఫార్మాట్ కి మారుస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య స్టేజింగ్ లేయర్. ఆవ్రో. సో చదివి ఎందుకంటే క్లయింట్ మీటింగ్ లో ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగారు, ఆవ్రో లేయర్ కి ఎందుకు మూవ్ చేస్తున్నావో తెలుసా అంటే ఇలా చెప్పా స్కీమా డేటా ఎవాల్యూషన్ కి అంటే ఓ నైస్ వెరీ నైస్ అన్నారు. నేను అనుకున్నాను రోజులు డిస్కస్ చేసుకుంది అదే సేమ్ ఆదిత్య, అదే చెప్పాను సేమ్ ఆదిత్య వాట్ యూ టోల్డ్ రైట్, హౌ ద స్కీమా డేటా ఎవల్యూషన్ సేమ్ థింగ్ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ దేర్ ఇన్ స్టేజింగ్ లేయర్
లో. ఓకే, స్కీమా చేంజ్ అయిపోతా ఉందా దానికి SQL లో?
అవును ఆదిత్య, ఎప్పుడు కావాలంటే అప్పుడు మనం స్కీమా చేంజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో అక్కడ నుంచి EDH కి మూవ్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య. డైరెక్ట్ గా మూవ్ చేసేటప్పుడు DB2 డేటా వాల్ట్ మోడల్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు డేటా మోడలింగ్ లో.
చాలా పెద్ద ఆర్కిటెక్చర్
ఆదిత్య. అక్కడ హైవ్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు ఆదిత్య. దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ హైవ్ టు లోడ్ ద టేబుల్స్, లోడ్ ద డేటా ఇంటూ ద హైవ్ టేబుల్స్. సో అక్కడ నుంచి ట్యాబ్యూకి వెళ్తుంది ఆదిత్య. డాష్ బోర్డ్. సో ఇది పెద్ద ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆదిత్య. సో అది జరుగుతుంది ఆదిత్య మొత్తం.
ఇప్పుడు ఇంకోటి మీకు స్ట్రీమింగ్ ఇలాంటివి ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ అవ్వలేదు కదా?
ఇంకా స్ట్రీమింగ్ స్టార్ట్ కాలేదు ఆదిత్య. యాక్చువల్గా ఏంటంటే నేను మా ఫ్రెండ్ స్ట్రీమింగ్ లో ఒక POC లాంటివి ట్రై చేస్తున్నాం ఆదిత్య. అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ డిజైన్ చేస్తున్నాం ఆదిత్య నేను మా ఫ్రెండ్.
Okay.
So using Kafka, we thought of taking a streaming data from some source Aditya, some streaming source. So akkadi nunchi data తీసుకొని then we thought of doing some and optimization techniques అలాంటి యూస్ చేసి అలాగా ఒకటి ప్లాన్ అంటే ఇది సెపరేట్ గా అంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్ కాకుండా మేము సెపరేట్ గా చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాం.
ఓకే మిథున్, ఇది మీరు డైలీ మార్నింగ్ 2 hours అవైలబుల్ ఉంటారా? మీకు డెవలప్మెంట్ టాస్క్ ఒకటి ఉంది.
అవైలబిలిటీ ఉంటాను ఆదిత్య.
ఓకే, సో ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నా అంటే ఒక స్పార్క్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వచ్చింది. ఎట్లా అంటే US వాళ్ళకి సపోర్ట్స్ ఇవ్వాలి, డైలీ 2 hours ఇవ్వాలి వాళ్ళకి.
ఓకే ఆదిత్య,
సంథింగ్ 20+ K ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే ఆదిత్య,
అది నేను ప్రపోజ్ చేస్తాను మీ నేమ్ ని.
షూర్ ఆదిత్య.
నాకు టైం దొరకట్లా, నాకు ఇద్దరికి సపోర్ట్ ఇచ్చేసరికి నాకు టైం దొరకట్లా.
మీకు టైం దొరకదు, దాంట్లో మీరు క్లాసెస్ కూడా ఉంటున్నాయి కదా ఆదిత్య.
సో అది నేను జస్ట్
మీరు క్లాసెస్ చెప్పండి ఆదిత్య, చాలా మందికి లైఫ్ ఇస్తారు నాలాగా. నాలాంటి వాళ్ళకి
సో చెప్తాను నీ ప్రపోజ్ నేమ్ ప్రపోజ్ చేస్తాను నేను.
షూర్ ఆదిత్య, ఇట్స్ గుడ్.
మీ టైం 7 to 9 ఉంటుందా మీకు అవైలబుల్?
7 to 9 అవైలబిలిటీలో ఉంటాను ఆదిత్య నేను, నాట్ ఏ ప్రాబ్లం.
అంటే టాస్క్ వచ్చింది, కాకపోతే వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ ఏం యూజ్ చేస్తున్నారంటే HDFS నుంచి డేటా తీసుకొని స్పార్క్ లో HDFS లో లోడ్ చేసుకుని HDFS లో ఉండేది స్పార్క్ లోడ్ చేసుకున్నారు ఆవ్రోలో. దాన్ని ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే స్పార్క్ లో ఎంటైర్ HDFS లో ఉన్న ఆవ్రో ఫైల్స్ ని రీడ్ చేసి ఒక పర్టిక్యులర్ మెమరీ బైట్స్ లో దాన్ని కన్వర్ట్ చేసి సేవ్ చేయాలి పార్టిషన్స్. గుర్తుందా స్పార్క్ లో మనం పార్టిషన్స్ చేసాం కొలేజెస్. అది నంబర్ ఆఫ్ పార్టిషన్స్ మనం ఇచ్చి చేస్తాం. ఏంటి ఒక 10 పార్టిషన్స్ కావాలి, 20 పార్టిషన్స్ కావాలి, మనం చేస్తాం. నాకు ఎంత డేటా ఉన్నా నాకు 64 MB కి చంక్స్ అయిపోవాలి. నాకు ఇప్పుడు రేపు నాకు 1 TB రావచ్చు. అలాంటిది నేను కంప్లీట్ చేశాను. ఈ ప్రాసెస్ ని కంప్లీట్ చేసి ఇచ్చాను, తర్వాత నేను సపోర్ట్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాను.
నా ప్రపోజ్ చేయండి ఆదిత్య, నేను చేస్తాను.
ఇంకోటి ఒకటి ఉంది, ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే హైవ్ స్పార్క్ మాత్రమే. ఈ రెండు టేక్ ఫ్రమ్ డేటా ఫ్రమ్ HDFS, డూ ద ప్రాసెస్ అండ్ పుట్ ఇంటూ హైవ్ అన్నమాట. అదొక ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఉంది, రియల్ టైం. క్లయింట్ ఈస్ దే వర్క్ ఫర్ Capital One. ఐడియా ఉందా కంపెనీ మీకు?
Capital One నాట్ ఐడియా, అంటే విన్నట్టు ఎప్పుడో విన్నాను.
యాక్చువల్లీ బ్యాంకింగ్ చాలా బాగుంటుంది.
సూపర్ ఆదిత్య, షూర్. అది నాకు షూర్ ఆదిత్య, నా పేరు చెప్పండి ఆదిత్య, అట్లీస్ట్ నాకు కూడా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది.
రియల్ టైం యాక్చువల్లీ మీకు రియల్ టైం యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది మీకు.
సూపర్ ఆదిత్య, షూర్
ఆదిత్య,
ఖచ్చితంగా షూర్ ఆదిత్య.
టైం దొరక ఎవరితో మాట్లాడలేదు,
మీకు బిజీ ఉంటారు కదా ఆదిత్య. ఓకే, బాగా మీకు ఎలా ఉంది? ఏం ఆదిత్య మీరు అంటే చేంజ్ అయ్యారు ఆదిత్య CTS కి?
నేను 2 weeks లో చెన్నై వస్తున్నా.
సూపర్ ఆదిత్య, రండి ఆదిత్య, షూర్ కలుద్దాం ఈసారి. ఎప్పుడు వస్తారు ఆదిత్య?
8th నాకు 7th ఈవినింగ్ ఫ్లైట్. నాకు హైదరాబాద్ లో మొత్తం పెట్టి బ్యాలన్నీ సర్దుకొని బయలుదేరేస్తా.
సేమ్ చెన్నై అంటే కాగ్నిజెంట్ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారా వేరే కంపెనీ
కాగ్నిజెంట్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ వచ్చాయి కానీ నేను పోలా, ఎందుకంటే ప్రోడక్ట్కి వెళ్తే నాకు ఇంత టైం దొరకదు.
మీకు దొరకదు ఆదిత్య ప్రోడక్ట్కి వెళ్తే.
సర్వీస్కి వెళ్తే నువ్వు కాకపోతే ఇంకోటి ఉన్నాడు రా వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు.
ఎక్కడ ఆదిత్య అంటే ఏ ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆదిత్య అని చెప్పారా?
నాకు యాక్చువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు వెరిజాన్ అన్నారు మరి.
ఓకే ఓకే.
వాళ్ళ సిటీ, ఎందుకంటే ఆ వెరిజాన్ మేనేజర్ నాకు ఇంటర్వ్యూ తీసింది 3 months బ్యాక్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
అతను ఇంకా లిటిల్ అతను నేను ఏం చెప్తానంటే ఎంత ప్యాకేజ్ అయినా ఇచ్చేయండి కానీ అతను నా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఆన్బోర్డ్ చేయను అన్నారు అంటున్నాను. అతను నాకు కాల్ చేస్తాను పర్సనల్ గా, మీరు ఎప్పుడు వస్తున్నారు బాబు, వచ్చి జాయిన్ అవుతాను.
లేదు ఆదిత్య, ఫ్రాంక్ చెప్పాలంటే కాగ్నిజెంట్ ఎక్సలెంట్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఆదిత్య బిగ్ డేటా మీద. మీరు వెళ్ళారంటే ఇంకా బాగా మీరు ఏదైనా చేసేస్తారు ఆదిత్య బిగ్ డేటాలో. మీరు అసలు ఆలోచించక్కల్లా.
ఏమైనా అంతే, నేనేం అనుకోను కానీ ఒక ప్యానిక్నెస్ ఉంటది కదా కొత్త ప్రాజెక్ట్, మళ్ళీ మొదటి నుంచి అన్నట్టు ఉంటది కదా. కానీ
బాగుంటది. ఈ టెక్ మహీంద్రా కంటే నేను అనుకోవడం సిటిఎస్ కొంచెం బాగుంటది. అది
చాలా దారుణంగా ఉంది టెక్ మహీంద్రా.
ఏ ఆదిత్య అంటే వర్క్ ప్రెషర్ అంటారా?
ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ పెద్ద లేవు ఇక్కడ.
ఓకే ఓకే. అబ్బా వాడు తెలిసింది కదా ఆదిత్య, టెక్ మహీంద్రా అది అవసరమైనంత వరకు తీసుకుంటారు, లేకపోతే పడేస్తారు వాళ్ళు. కొంచెం బిగ్ డేటా మీకు ఎక్సలెంట్ ఉంటుంది ఆదిత్య. సిటిఎస్ భలే.
నాకు నేనేమి అన్నానంటే సిటిఎస్ ఇస్ హబ్ ఫర్ బిగ్ డేటా ఇన్ చెన్నై.
అవును ఆదిత్య, అవునవును. యాక్చువల్లీ దే వాంట్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ 18,000 బిగ్ డేటా ఇంజనీర్స్ ఆదిత్య.
బట్ ఐ జస్ట్ వరీడ్ అబౌట్
లేఆఫ్స్. అంటే లేఆఫ్స్ అంటే దానిలో చాలా ఉంది ఆదిత్య. యాక్చువల్ గా ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే లేఆఫ్స్ వాళ్ళు చేయడానికి కూడా మెయిన్ రీజన్ ఇది ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉంది ఆదిత్య. బెంచ్. ఇంకోటి ఏంటంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ లో కొంతమంది ఉన్నారు ఆదిత్య, సీనియర్ రిసోర్సెస్. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే మేనేజర్ లెవెల్, సీనియర్ మేనేజర్ లెవెల్కి వెళ్ళిపోయి they are not allowing this means the new freshers in the sense like 3-4 years experienced guys to go to the next level. వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే వాళ్ళు వర్క్ చేయరు ఆదిత్య, వీళ్ళు చేసిన వర్క్ ని పైకి తీసుకెళ్ళినట్ల. ఓకే, సో నీకు దానివల్ల చాలా మంది కాగ్నిజెంట్ నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు ఆదిత్య. దే ఆర్ లూజింగ్ ద రిసోర్సెస్. ఇప్పుడు నేను 2016లో నేను యాక్చువల్ గా అలాంటి మేనేజర్స్ వల్లే నేను సిటిఎస్ నుంచి హెచ్సిఎల్కి వచ్చాను ఆదిత్య 2016లో. నాలాగా ఎంతమంది
టెస్టింగ్ లోనే ఉన్నారు కదా.
నేను హెచ్సిఎల్ ఇది ఆదిత్య పిఎల్ఎస్క్యూఎల్
సపోర్ట్ లో ఉండేవాళ్ళం.
సపోర్ట్ లో ఉండేవాడిని ఆదిత్య, సపోర్ట్ లో ఉండేవాడిని.
Okay, I think everyone has come. Everyone has come, I believe, right? Sorry, we are just talking. So yes, guys, I'm introducing Midun. Guys, I'm introducing Midun. He's joined my classes last year, September, and I think he is a very dedicated guy. In case of a course, he almost completed all the projects, day-to-day tasks, everything. So I think he's one of set an inspiration for many people who is completed from non-data background. He is a support engineer at times. His team works for testing also. So he came from that, and I can surely say that Midun is someone like he just joined as a very layman. Like I know one person known as Abhishek. Abhishek referred Vaishnavi. Vaishnavi referred Midun. Midun referred Chaitanya. This is how the chain went. But finally, Midun was the first person to get into this big data world. And right now, he's working with Chopra Styria in Chennai as a big data developer. From HCL, he's just switched. And right now, he's working with ecosystems like AWS, Hive, Spark, Talent also. So that's it. So I can simply say, be dedicated like Midun if I say. So
sure, Aditya. Yeah. Thank you.
So thanks, Midun. Yeah, just share your learning bit of learning experience more on this job experience, Midun, like how you just traveled.
Sure. Hello, guys. This is Midun. Okay. So total experience is 6 years. Okay. So to be frank, and I was working in HCL last year, 2018. Okay. Then through one of my friend Vaishnavi, I came to know like Aditya is taking online training in big data. So with a lot of confusion, I joined because I heard like big data is having Java and it's somewhat a difficult technology to cope up with like that. Then initially I called Aditya. I think Aditya, hope you remembered. Called you. I tasked him only, Aditya, see, I'm from a support guy. Okay, I just know only PLSQL and I don't know whether I can cope up with big data, Java, everything. He told only one thing. Okay, like don't worry, Midun, you can easily get it. Just believe and just join the classes. I think, to be frank, I can surely tell that was the major turning point of my life. Which that time I have taken, at least I was since I was a married guy that time, 1 year, and lots of issues, lots of headaches. Okay, but even though I have just taken the risk and I joined. Then to be frank, he's an excellent trainer. Okay, you don't find a trainer like him.
About your learning experience.
No. Just I'm telling Aditya, because big data is not a small thing. Okay, it's a very complicated course, but Aditya told us in a very easy manner. Okay, we because he gave the recordings will be there whenever you want. You can see the recordings. Okay, and he will give you the cluster environment. Okay, and he will, if you tell like you are having a laptop, he will ask you how to he will tell you how to download the Cloudera. He will support everything. I don't think because to be frank, after joining him, initially I was somewhat slow. Okay, but he used to tell me, don't worry Midun, you will get like that. But after that, once the course started, even at a half point I was suffered with typhoid. That time also I thought of quitting it. That time also Aditya told, no, you are midway Midun, just try for something, you just try to work hard like that. And from January, means just 3 months, right Aditya, we had a course. 3 months we had.
I think
3 months.
3.5 months. Yeah,
3.5 months. Then I started preparing myself. From January I started getting into the interviews. Okay, so like I think first 3 interviews I was thrown out of the company. Okay, but even I used to call Aditya, what Aditya, they are asking us. He told like, don't worry. So you just try to attend the interviews. And as per his, he used to share I think Aditya also shared the call letters, also interview call letters. And first my offer I got from Wipro February 9th. I joined in I got an offer from Wipro. That so from that I almost got 7 offers, out of which I selected Soprasteria. Okay, it's just why I am telling, right? So everyone who joined into this course will have a feeling in their mind like big data is somewhat difficult. Okay, like that. So don't think. I think Aditya will explain each and every concept. And in interview perspective, okay, what I request is like, don't get worried in first 2-3 interviews. Definitely it will be somewhat difficult because the terminologies and all, you will be new. Even you know all, even if you prepare Scoop, even you prepare Hive, Spark, everything. Okay, so initially it will be somewhat difficult, but don't worry. Okay, once after 2-3 interviews, surely you will crack it. Okay,
and
so
Midun,
don't
just share your like what are the tough phases like in case of your learning journey, like
okay,
what made you bit hard and what you made it. Leave
yeah,
what me. I'm just asking what, because they'll at least come to know, okay, at that
okay,
stage they have to be a bit dedicated and put efforts.
yeah.
Really help us.
Actually, to be frank, initial phase is like understanding what is Hadoop. Okay, that's what the difficult phase. Like why the main thing which I concentrated in learning is why we are going for Hadoop. Okay, even in interviews also, no one will ask what is what, why. They will ask only one question: why Hadoop? Why are you going for Hadoop, like that? And other thing is like the concepts which I faced difficulties, like initial faced like Hive. Okay, because in Hive, right, once you create a table in the back end, a directory will be created in the HDFS. That's somewhat confusion concept. Okay, which I faced difficulty. Okay, and but I made use of this cluster, which I think Aditya knows that cluster environment he will give you. Okay, which you can even if you are having time in office, right, you can practice it there, because that's the way I practice it in my HCL. Okay, so whenever I used to get 2-3 hours of free time, I used to open that environment. I used to see each and everything. It's a self-explanation, guys. Just try to work for just 2 months. If you work hard, you will get an excellent opportunity. That's for good. And main another difficulty you will get in Spark. I think Spark is the somewhat complicated. Okay, there you just be somewhat what you say, confident, and put your concentration more in classes which Aditya is going to take it, because almost all the Spark questions which you will get, Aditya will cover almost all the things. If you go through his classes, you will clear the Spark round. Okay, because Spark is the main thing which they will do the filtration. Scoop, Hive, I think you people will clear. Spark is the main thing. You will get the, and other thing is like real-time scenarios. Okay, how you are interrelating everything in real-time scenarios. That's how you will means like a difference between the packages will go. Okay, so that's what I can tell. And surely I think, to be frank, just follow what are all the instructions, because I followed what Aditya got. Even Chaitanya, you know, right, Aditya, Chaitanya got selected in
Barla.
Barla Krishna Chaitanya. So we both are friends from VIT. Okay, so we both joined at a time. So as per my Vaishnavi, my friend, okay. So even Chaitanya got in Cognizant, Wipro, and Infosys. 3 he got. Okay. So just we followed what are all the instructions Aditya told.
How the real time, like you learned after you learned, right? How it worked in, I'm not sure like how your experience, because we didn't speak very long time with them. After a very long time we are speaking, like after the project I didn't speak with you.
Yes,
Like
Aditya.
how long, like our training real time experiences which you experienced in our training, how that was actually helpful, because I want to see that in which case I can improve myself.
Yeah, like Aditya, means you covered one project, the Avro project.
Yeah, we
Okay,
discussed
so
just now.
it's an excellent project, Aditya. Why? Because why I'm telling now, in all the real time, in all the Hadoop projects, they are using Avro format. Okay,
yes.
So
Yes.
if you means if the people comes to know why they are using Avro and how to extract the data from Avro, then I think you can easily understand the real-time flow of big data, Aditya, and why we are going for Avro. That's what you just told us, why we are going for serialized formats that time. So that is the real-time. Another thing is like this one, Aditya. You told right, moving the data from hdfs to HBase. That one project.
Handler. Yes. Handler.
Yes, Aditya. That also, and the coding which you told right. I still remember at the end, Bank of America, they asked the same question, like with column.
Okay. Spark with column. Okay.
Yeah, Spark with column. Okay, that was the last question they asked me in Bank of America, Aditya. That was the last interview I attended. Okay. So even I got selected in that, but I didn't went. I went choosing Super Stereo only. Almost all the questions means I think you covered almost everything, Aditya.
Actually, Mithun, after your course, I almost enhanced at least 30 extra hours, 30 to 35.
Oh, okay.
So we increased the content also, because
and the content means which
I
one,
just
Aditya?
increased with this batch has Phoenix structured streaming for almost 9 hours. They experienced structured because we didn't handle structured streaming that time last year.
Yes, Aditya.
Structured streaming. I also put Azure Cloud right now.
Okay.
Cassandra, Cassandra, everything I just increased, because if for you we just handle about 60 to 70 hours, but this batch has 100 to 120 hours approximately.
Oh, then super, Aditya. Means Kafka is already there, right?
Yeah, Kafka is already there.
Yeah, it's more than enough, Aditya.
APIs I just increased.
The only thing is attend the interviews. That's it. Don't lose your confidence. That's what I can tell.
Yeah, but the reason why, Midun, I just asked you to join today is like there are two things which like for the next 3, we just started last week. Okay, the batch just started last week, and we just thought of making a word reason behind it. Like with my experience, I'm telling you, few of them which we dedicatedly worked on. You, Chaitanya, and after that Deepak, everyone just worked on. So I just want everyone to understand. Okay, how much extent they have to put their dedication and efforts for the next 3 months at least, 3 to 3.5 months. Because this is not a simply like training, coming, attending, not like that. There's tasks which we handle, the development tasks, the project tasks, something very important, right? So I just thought of making.
I think you remember, Aditya, even I asked one of my colleagues to join. There are people like I think I don't want to tell their names. They also joined, right? 5-6 people. I asked those colleagues to join. Okay.
Yes, Sham.
They joined, but the thing is, they didn't use it to work. They didn't use it to practice. So see, without hard work, nothing we can get. Just 3 months, try to work hard, and definitely I will tell. I can purely tell because last year my situation is somewhat very bad. Okay, when I was in HCL, I don't know. I want to jump, but I don't know what to go, what technology I need to go like that. But that time, see, maybe that's I don't know how it's a luck. God or something. I shown the way through Aditya.
Okay,
he just showed me the way. He just shown me the way, and we just followed it. And finally, now see, it's a drastic change in my career. To be frank, the hike which I got, and even though what are all the hard work I did, it's completely what we are doing. Everything is for hike only. Okay, so whatever hike I got it's like more than enough. I didn't even thought like I will get this much of hike. So, but now I'm very happy because I got into a very good company. Okay.
And Midun, one question asked by Venkatesh: in spite of his 6 years of experience, did Midun apply as a fresher in Hadoop for job interviews, or he applied as experienced? Obviously, experienced as Hadoop. He just marks the resume.
Yes, Aditya. That resume, yours resume only. Yours resume only. Just I changed my name. 2 years I kept. 2.5 years I kept as a Hadoop the developer.
Development, yes.
Development and no one is checking, Aditya, whether we are doing, but they just will check whether you are able to work in Hadoop environment or not. That's it. They don't want they also know, Aditya.
Yeah, they also know, but finally, the cracking of the interview is something very important. Even last week, Satish, completely from non-IT, Satish, after your batch, Satish joined. So Satish also cracked in Virtusa Polaris.
Oh, Virtusa
Between you and this batch, almost 20 to 22 went to Big Data field.
Sure, definitely, right. That's what I told you, right? They follow your instructions, surely they will get, Aditya. No change, because even I followed that, and now I am working as a lead. Okay, the constraint is you can easily feel the change in your career. And the thing is, lots of openings, Aditya, for big data. Even in my company, I was the one who was in interview. Now I am doing interview. So if I look by 1 year back, I only will feel, oh, that's good.
Okay.
Nice.
Guys, any questions if you want? Okay. Ramki is asking any suggestions from Mithun for people like who is from ETL testing background. Okay, Ramki, I can handle this. See, Mithun is completely not from ETL also. You don't know what is first of all ETL, extraction, transform, and load.
Informatica also I don't know.
See, the ETL is at least you're having knowledge like how you extract the data, transform it, and load. That's how the big data is also doing. But here, Mithun is not even aware of it. He's just doing PLSQL as well as just some support. Sometimes testing team also. He's handles testing team. And Venkatesh, that's awesome to see. Within 3 months of training, maybe another 2 months of practice, we're able to apply for jobs plus interview. Venkatesh, it will not take another 3 months or 2 months for you to apply for the interviews. As I discussed, after completing our basics, Scoop and Hive basics, after completing Hive projects, 2 projects on average, as I just Mithun mentioned, that is more than enough for you to put in your Naukri and start your hunting. Within 1.5 months from the training, you can start your hunting. End of the sessions, after every component gets completed, like Spark, Hive, everything gets completed, you can just you can crack immediately. So you're gonna start your hunting from almost by end of October. End of October, you can start to prepare resumes. You're gonna have resume preparation sessions after we complete basics. I told you, right? So this is actually the content, right, which we just discussed.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Can I get information about freshers? How it will be?
Okay. I'll tell you, Abhishek. I'll tell you. Yeah. So after completing this part, guys, basics project on a project, you can put your resume preparations. Then after completing each component within Spark, within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, and counting Spark, add it in your resume. After completing Kafka, put it in your resume. So do as much as you can. Start your hunting. That's what we're gonna see in your training. This is not simply a training, just learning and going. Not at all. Till you complete, I'll not leave it. That you'll come to know in some days. But that's the reason for installation itself. That many follow-ups has been given for you. During Mithun's batch, I didn't do any follow-ups for them. Your batch is getting many follow-ups. Micromanagement I'm just doing, or whether you completed it. I'm getting a status. How many of you are not installing? That's in my paper right now. So the only thing I'm making me to come. Okay. Java here.
Mithun, did you put
me.
any extra efforts to learn the Java, all these things?
No. Nothing.
Just followed the Aditya.
Okay. No, actually, Java and all, I didn't even know anything. Right now, also, I didn't know anything about Java. Okay, but I know Scala. Okay, but the Scala, I think Aditya will explain you in a very easy manner how to write a Scala code. Okay, it will be very easy. Okay, you don't think like people who knows Java. I think no one will use Java. Mostly people using Scala and Python. Okay, so if you learn Scala, that is more than enough.
And you're using Spark code right now, right, Mithun?
Yes, Spark code. I mean, Scala only we are using, Aditya. Scala.
Okay. Yeah, you can post your questions to Mithun as well, guys. He's ready to answer. Nagraj is asking Mithun, currently I'm working as PLSQL developer having 6 years of experience. How can I purge my profile? Will market consider me as fresher or how?
No, actually don't put as a fresher, Nagraj. Okay, just keep it like 2.5 years experience. Okay, and just whatever all the things which you worked. Okay, PLSQL is fine. Why? Because you know SQL, right? So if you know SQL and PLSQL, Hive will be easy for you. Okay, so that you can easily clear it. So just keep 2+ years as an experience.
Out of 6, right?
Out of 6. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's what same. How you experience, same my experience also. When I applied, okay, I just kept 2.5 years experience, and I don't worry, you can get it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Fresher in the sense they won't consider. That's the problem.
Yeah. Abhishek, Abhishek, we'll think about different scenario for you. I'll explain different scenario for you and Ram. Okay, not as an experience. This is for just experience, guys. I'll speak about with you what we can do better.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, guys, you can post any questions if you want. On months of I think Venkatesh question I posted. Jahir, okay. Nagaraj just posted. Any questions you can post right now, guys. Within can answer.
So any like you will be having some doubts, right? So regarding that things, just you post it. If I definitely I will help you out.
Be free to ask, guys. It's very hard to get such an experiences. I know, like if I say it will be complete in my view. So I views because I have been handling many people, seeing many people from many batches, but getting another views. Yeah.
Yeah, Mithun, I have a question. You might have gone through many interviews, like so. I just want to know just. Do the people ask more for any Python project kind of things,
No.
or only Scala? Like how?
No, only actually what first they will ask you about your project. Okay.
Okay.
So just for your first initially they will ask you about the project, in which project you are working, in your project what are all the Hadoop ecosystems you worked like that. Okay. So once you explain that, then they will go with Scoop, then they will go with Hive, then they will ask you one question in Spark. In Spark, which language you have used to develop the application? If you tell like Scala, right? Even in Scala also they won't ask you to write the code and all. They will ask you like functions will be there. Suppose if a column is there, Spark functions. If a column is there, how you will change the column name into new column name like that. Like that. So
like in PLSQL that modify
like that.
do.
Okay, that's it. The same thing they will ask. Okay. So that's it, and they won't ask you like they will give scenario, and they won't ask you to write a code and all. Okay, so don't worry about that. I almost attended 18 interviews. In that 18 interviews, only one interview they asked me to write that code. Okay, that too in a Mindtree. Only that interview they asked me, and rest of the interviews they didn't ask me to.
You write the code, isn't it?
Yeah, only one interview they asked me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Venkatesh is asking me, Midun. Hi Midun. After joining the first job in Hadoop, how was your struggle for 1 or 2 months in real time?
Yeah, it will be struggle only, Venkatesh. Okay, don't think it's a struggle. Okay, but the thing is, what I am telling now, if you go into the new company, don't others come to know that you are new to the Hadoop. Okay, whatever the concepts you know, try to tell them frankly. Like frankly, in the sense, boldly you need to tell. That's what I have survived. If anyone comes and asks what is Scoop means, whatever I know, I will tell. This is the thing I worked. Yeah, in your project you worked this. Yes, in my project I worked this. That's it.
That is because we are almost covering everything.
Everything, yeah.
More than real-time developers, we are almost covering more than that. I think so.
More than that.
Yeah.
And other thing is, first 1-2 months you need to concentrate somewhat. Like see, every project will have different requirements, Venkatesh. Okay, so depending upon your project requirement, just you need to struggle somewhat, but try to learn all the components, like in which environment you are doing the whether because the questions how you will get right, in which environment you are doing your big data, whether it is in Azure or AWS, like that. Okay, so before they are giving the 2 options, you need to tell, yeah, I'm working in AWS. Okay, if you ask them like what is that environment like, then they will come to know, okay, this fellow is not in, like that. But just overall concepts, that's it, you can easily survive.
See, in this case, I would like to add a point. See, if anyone is feel like okay, you're going to it, definitely I can suggest you like the things which you are learning, like till cloud, streaming, everything, Kafka. If you just mention those particular components, those particular words which you are experiencing for the next 3 months, that will give a hype to them. Like, okay, this guy knows something.
Yes.
These projects he worked on, the streaming data is coming on, processing, Spark SQLs, data frames, data sets with columns, scenarios, JSON handling, nested JSON handling. These are not things we're gonna see in our content. So simple as you just do what I'm just telling in the case of scenarios development, that eliminates the half confusion in your real time. I believe that. I'm not sure others. I believe that.
Oh, Aditya, you just added PySpark APS also, Aditya?
Yes, PySpark to this.
Excellent,
Correct.
Aditya. Then actually, in our schedule, it is not there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Naveen
Aditya.
is asking, okay, scope for freshers like me who's just 15 months experience. Shall I ask him to question since he's interviewing people in his company?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can post all the questions, Naveen. Not a problem. See, he is just asking. Yeah, Naveen's scenario is different. Naveen is 15 months experience, Nidhu.
Okay.
I asked
No,
him to
Aditya,
try
even
internally. Yeah.
No, Aditya. Even in CTS, they are hiring for 1+. In my Soprasteria 2 months back, I did an interview for 1+.
Okay. I
Yes,
think
very
Naveen,
simple
that gives
questions,
an answer
Aditya.
for you, Naveen.
Yeah, because.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Naveen.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Abhishek is asking in interview. Did they ask about MapReduce?
MapReduce.
Ramki, check your surroundings, please. Please. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, actually, I think in your first or second session, Aditya might have told you the concept like if you are having a 900 MB of data, it will be divided into 3 parts, which is called distributed storage, and
Yes.
you will have a data locality, which is called distributed processing. Just explain that no one will ask you a question on MapReduce because it is covering the main topic data locality, in which if you check in any YouTube, you won't find that concept. Simple. MapReduce.
They're asking when the MapReduce code they're asking, like whether
No. MapReduce code gone, Aditya.
It's already gone.
It's already gone. That's why we are using Hive right now. No one is using MapReduce, Aditya. But they will ask you what is MapReduce and how MapReduce works. Your example is exact, Aditya. I think almost 15, 16 interviews, I drawn the same diagram which you have drawn. Because data locality, it's very important, Aditya. Because the people, right, from experience, they want that word from our mouth. Data locality. So that is fine, Aditya. That is enough.
Yes, okay. Even because the thing is like since it's been long time happening interviews.
Yeah,
so even
yes.
I'm not sure. Like from past 3 months, I didn't attend any interviews. I'm not sure about the reason.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Same, Aditya. Whatever we are learning, I think. Okay. One question, Aditya.
Yeah.
As you are taking interviews, you'll be able to know who are real experienced, who is not real experienced.
Who's really experienced? Who is not a really experienced in Hadoop? What's your expectation on
Yeah,
people?
man. See, we can easily identify. See, even I am also. It's not like that. What we will see is like how he is answering the questions and whether he is more excited to work in a new environment or not. Okay, don't worry that no one will ask you whether you're really experienced. Just thing is how you are answering, how you understand the concepts. That's what mainly people will ask to check. Even if we are going for interviews, HRs are telling to us like if he's a 1 year experience, right, just ask him basics. If he answered out of 10 2 or 3, just take him. We will take training and we will put into the project. Okay,
Yes.
that's for freshers. That's what it's happening, Aditya. Okay.
And I'd like to add 2 more points. The first point is, see, currently the market is so high for Hadoop.
Yes, sir.
So high. Okay, number one. Number two is, after attending the first 1 or 2 interviews, you'll come to know what to mention, what not to mention. That's why I'm asking you to start attending interviews after basics.
Guys, and one more thing I will tell you. Third time, actually, it's not needed, but why I am telling, right? You don't know when the time will comes to you. Luck will comes to you. I will tell you. I think third interview I attended Cognizant. Okay, 10 o'clock I went. 10:15, 10:20 they thrown me out of this. Okay, they asked me to leave. Okay, so I came out. Actually, I am having one more Wipro call letter that day.
I sent you, I guess.
Yeah. Wipro call letter, and Aditya sent me. Then I called Aditya. Aditya, this is my third, and they asked me to leave. I don't know, Aditya. I'm having one more call letter like that. I was in a two-minded whether to go or not because I think everyone is from Chennai, I guess. So
no, they're actually mixed. Yeah, few of them from the US also. Yeah.
Okay, so the interview happened in Varalakshmi Tech Park, which is in Perangudi, and Wipro is in Gindi. I'm thinking like why to go unnecessary? They also will throw me like that. Then I called Aditya. Aditya like, don't. Why are you? Just go and attend and come. Then we'll see like that. And even after going there also, I was in two mind whether I will go back. Why I'm going waste of time like that. But I went there. That was the interview which I cracked first. From that there is no turning back into big data. Okay. So why I'm telling this, right? You don't know. Attend all the interviews.
Attend all the interviews. That's very important. Yes. You don't know what happens. Keep attending all the interviews.
Yes.
That's what I usually say people.
Okay, so don't think like, oh, sorry, I was unable to get into this interview. I can't get there. Don't worry, man. First interview, I think you believe or not, guys, they throwed me out in just 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, they throwed me out. But I never, but okay, I thought like, okay, I need to work more, things like that. Then I started, okay, third interview also I failed. Fourth interview I got it. Why I'm telling you, never, don't miss to attend any interview, because some interviewers will be very easy. Some interviews, they will just ask the basics, man. That's it. Okay, and you will easily crack it. Okay. So
And
that's it.
Mithun, they experienced a split brain scenario yesterday. Say
Yeah.
that experience.
Oh,
Which you faced.
yeah. Even I think in Wipro, I guess, Aditya.
Yeah.
That actually 2 rounds will be there in Wipro. First round done by a person. I think he is somewhat junior. Okay. Second round has been done by the experienced 2 managers. One is very old and one is a mid-aged person. I still remember. Okay. So they asked, I'm telling, and finally that old guy, right? He asked only one question. All this and all not needed, man. Just explain split brain scenario and leave this, like that he told. Just explained. He just told, okay, we will take him. It was the first offer, okay? Because split brain scenario, you won't find anywhere. Even you just type in Google, you won't get it. It's a very rare, but the senior people will expect that, okay? So that's, I think Aditya only told me. Initially, I think Aditya, in your class, you asked me the question. Midun explains split brain scenario. First question you asked.
Later, during the follow-up sessions.
Later. Follow-up sessions, okay? So it will get, man, okay? So, but the recordings and attend the classes, and recordings also keep on
That's
viewing
something
it.
very important. Frequently, please attend the sessions. Please not skip
Okay.
for anything.
And keep on attending the interviews. I am telling you, 18 weeks, 18 interviews. Never that's what. Every week I attended, Aditya.
Okay.
Even May 23rd is my last working day in HCL. May 22nd, I did an interview in Bank of America. Okay. So like that, you will get it. Just don't worry.
Sure.
And one more question.
Hi, Mithin.
Yeah, please
Hi,
tell me,
Mithin. This is Ram Gopal.
Okay. Yeah, tell me.
We are passionate to learn big data.
Okay.
And while you are talking with all the things,
okay,
I observe one thing. The people won't speak like this because they have the confidence level.
Okay.
So how you improve the confidence level? Why I am asking,
Okay.
different people from different backgrounds.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are joining at one point.
Okay.
So we also want to be like you. So
Okay.
tell me your confidence and
I'll answer this point. Midhun, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? See.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
First of all, with respect to confidence, okay, leave about as a trainer. With my experience, I'm telling you 2 points, okay? Because my journey is somewhat more versed, okay, actually. So confidence with letter confidence, I'm not sure whether I shared my experience of training. When I attended the very first interview with Capgemini, they rejected me. The second, because I was not sure and not enough confidence to attend the very first interview. Same as Midhun asked me, they thrown out me within not even 5 minutes. They just saw my resume, explained about your project. He stopped me in between and asked me to leave. First thing, I was completely not confident. Second one, I attended ProKarma, rejected. I attended Cognizant, rejected. Wipro, rejected. And I attended for one of the startups, Simple S2T, rejected. Sintel, rejected. So suddenly what happened? I got a chance to work with Standard Chartered and attend the Standard Chartered. Scope International, which is actually a product-based company. I went inside that. See, in this travel, I came to know, okay, at which point the interviewer is actually finding hard to understand. Which point I'm failing myself. Which is right to mention, which is not right to mention. That journey, that creates a confidence. Okay, I'm telling the right point. I'm telling the right point. Yes, I'm telling the right point. In this 7 to 8 interviews, I learned a lot. Then I attended Standard Chartered. See the beauty. I'm coming to the end. That is also a bitter experience. Came to technical. Technical 1 is done. Technical 2 is cleared. The entire confidence, which I'm not about the confidence. Don't stick on, okay, whether I get the confidence. Start attending it. That's what Midhun also saying. Start attending it. Miracles do happen. So start attending to that. So once you start, the confidence obviously rises because the interview question which they asked, we come and say those things which we failed. Maybe you come and discuss with me, or I discuss with you. There is no one to discuss with during when I was doing the interviews. That's a different story because no one's there to teach me that time. So I have attended the same, but during the time when I attended Standard Chartered, for Tech 1 clear, Tech 2 clear, then I went start with the manager role. I got rejected. Very normal questions, not very tough questions. Again, the confidence level gone down. Then I understood what I need to mention the manager level. It's all about the experiences, Ram. Hope you understand, right? It's all about the experiences. Start happening the experiences. Things will be more easier than you think. More easier than you think. As I told to the people, outside the world, you think, okay, whether I can enter this globe or not. But actually, once you step into the globe at the door, you'll understand how that world actually looks like. That's what I suggest people. You wanna correct me if I'm wrong, in your
Yeah,
experience.
no, that's same, Aditya. Confidence level is nothing, man. Okay, so I don't know your name. Okay,
Ram Gopal.
Ram Gopal. Okay, Ram Gopal. So it's not about confident. Don't think the only thing which I'm telling when you will get confident is if you keep on cracking all the interviews, right? Your confidence will be skyrocket, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
because you will come to know. And even the one thing is, see, other thing what I followed is when you are telling the answer. Okay, if they ask the question when you are telling the answer, think that opposite person don't know anything. Then only you can tell. If you get fear like, okay, this fellow knows everything, whatever I'm telling, he may crack anything, something like that, you can't able to tell. Okay, so just speak
Secret of
confidently, man.
success.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Don't
what
think
I
about the
because
interviewer. Say what you know, what comes in your mind. Think about everyone. Like, see, even understand the interviewer, but don't degrade yourself. That's what I'm saying. In case of true aspirations, I'm saying, think everything is a learning, guys. Everything is a learning. Every question is a learning. Every word is a learning in this journey in big data. And not only in big data, I'm just telling you. Every word is a journey in your career. So stick on to that. Along with that, efforts and dedication is highly needed. Number one, first thing I can tell you, nowhere, okay, this training, this dedication, because you directly came to me. For example, you directly came to me and you're asking me, okay, whether the things which I'm giving as a training, you feel every training is everywhere I can get everything. That's why the people do kind of they'll just ignore at times. They'll be a bit careless, and not everywhere you can get the same. That's what I'm saying. Use it as much as you can. Utilize it as much as you can. Then this is for everyone. Okay, utilize it as much as you can. Till that point, till you reach that point, utilize it as much as. Not everywhere you can get the same. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. The previous batch, even Edureka people has came to me. Edureka, you know about the Edureka, most probably. They are coming to me. They didn't get the real-time experience. They didn't get the real-time projects. The only thing which I can say is, first of all, allocate time, attend all the sessions. The reason why I asked Mithun to speak with you today regarding the interactions today is, next 3.5 months, you have to plan accordingly. Attend every session. Disturb me as much as you can. Immediately available, I'll get disturbed. I'll answer you as much as you can. Practice. See, I'm not such a big expert, but once I came into this training field, I made myself, I'm trying to become a superpower, but not yet. I'm trying myself to become a superpower one day in data analytics. So, disturb as much as you can. I'm keen to learn. It's not a very small journey. I'm very keen to learn. The only things which miss with the people is efforts as well as dedication. That's why the people fail to enter into this field. Not only fit, everywhere. That's it. That's the point to turn back. That's what Midun has done. Midun is speaking right about me. Okay, Sai has given training. Sai has no, not at all. Midun has put hell of efforts. I know, hell of efforts. So it's not a very small journey. Utilize it as much as that's what I'm telling you. Utilize me as much as you can for the next 3.5 to 4 months. Get used to all this crap. Throw it out. Get into it 2 months. After 2 months, you get into the real time.
Sorry, Aditya. It was my son has stopped the laptop.
Yeah, no issues.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying with them. How much efforts you have put. So please see. Same your son issues. I know from past last year. Your son is disturbing attending big data training from past last year.
Big data training also. I use it to
take care of his son and attend the interviews. And attend the session.
Attend the sessions. I know how much struggle. That's what I'm telling. Anything, because that's what you see. Even I told to many of my friends, colleagues. I think you will get a lifetime trainer like him. That can I can.
No, Aditya.
See, that is a part of my experience, Aditya. Because the decision which I've taken that time is the turning. Okay, so that's what even I'm telling to these guys. Okay, what is this? Have you encountered a question from Solar or Bread Rack?
No, not that deeper. I think so. They'll not concentrate on much. As a developer, you most probably you will sit with processing. data processing than solar. Yes, but
Racks and all they won't
see,
check.
simple, Arup. If you mention solar, they'll answer you. They'll question you. If you don't mention solar, they'll not. Simple.
Yeah, that's it.
In the interview, yeah. So, any questions to Mithun, guys? I think I killed a lot of his time right now.
No problem, Aditya. It's a pleasure, not a problem. Because the people who are joining, right, they will have lots of questions, Aditya, like me.
Okay, Venkatesh is asking, Mithun, how are you updating yourself in Hadoop out of your hectic schedule? How is that?
Updating, updating is nothing, man. Like, see, it's a real-time project which I am working in Soprasteria. Okay, so the thing is, if they tell if it is they are using any new thing, just learn basics about that. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's other thing is you need to spend extra time, man. That's it.
See, if you ask me, Venkatesh, if you ask me how I am upgrading myself,
yeah, because more than me, Aditya's is very hectic when compared to me.
In my case, it's different because that's a very good question, actually. It's a very good because I can't stick on with a single framework. I need to complete it. See, the only reason why my schedule is something different, Venkat. I work for Tech Mahindra at the same time. I'll give two supports, two development
freelancing.
Supports. So I just give you a support to the US people, not for money, just to increase my knowledge. That's it. One person suddenly comes and asks me AWS. Suddenly one person comes and asks me to deploy a cluster in SD cluster. Some person will come and say, trigger the jobs using Wi-Fi. I had to develop and give an active search. So this journey makes me see, you don't trust me. I marketed myself as a big data developer a lot. Any very cheap ideas, I know, very cheap ideas. I made many cheap ideas to get into this real-time world. Like, I'm not a big data developer. I showcase myself as a big data developer. After big data developer, after I didn't get any project for first 7 months and 6 months almost in Capgemini. Then what I told was, I worked on it. That person will come, get me experience. That support person will come and give the work to me. I'll work on it. He'll not get satisfied. He'll leave. Okay, leave, not a problem. Till that I learned something. Till that point I learned something. So to be frank, many insults in my life, lot more of insults. I can't even say few things.
Yes.
I can't able to say few words. My manager in Capgemini, seeing my experience, he simply used off, dash off. That's it. In that word, he's very much frustrated. So there are many things. So check yourself. How can you market yourself?
Yes.
That's what actually that matters a lot. Cheap use tricks. Use very cheap tricks. Go ahead. But get into this world. But you have to be hunting to it. That makes change.
The other thing is like Aditya, big data means we don't need to go and check big data, Aditya. Big data people only come and ask us, attend the interview like that. That's the main thing. Like I think now also every day I'm getting 10 calls like that, Aditya. Everyone will call and ask.
It's becoming so and so high, Midhun, compared to
Aditya. Because see, even now, which I'm working in the real-time project, right, Aditya? It's a BI, and they're completely moving the entire thing into cloud, Hadoop. Okay. So you just remember, Aditya, just think how many requirements they will ask. Still, we have somewhere around 10 requirements.
I told about Virtusa Polaris, right? Satish got placed, right, Midhun? There are 30 openings in Virtusa Polaris.
Yes, Aditya. I think I will, even I selected for Virtusa, I will tell you that letter which they sent me in the end. I didn't join that company. So they came very angry and they sent a mail.
Midhun, I was not knowing that you got 7 offers, Midhun. I thought only you got Styria and Vasa.
No, Aditya, I think I got in first Wipro, Aditya. You know, right? Okay. Wipro first I got, then Tech Mahindra, Capgemini, CTS, and Soprasteria is the 5th, and Virtusa Polaris and Bank of America, Aditya. 7th one is Bank of America. So, but by the time I gave my word to Soprasteria that I will join there. Okay, so still Bank of America they gave 6 months validity, Aditya. You can come in 6 months, like that they told. But is this fine, Aditya? Soprasteria is very good. So don't
get used to it. Great, actually, I didn't hear your experience also. Very long time I didn't speak with you.
Yes, Aditya, because you were busy. I was also last 3 months. Project is in design phase, Aditya. So I was in full busy in that because that I need to learn new things. And Woozy they are using, Aditya, Woozy scheduler.
Okay.
Woozy scheduler. So I again started learning that Woozy.
See, Midhun, what I can suggest you is going forward. Okay, in your project, please try to be as a solution architect.
Yeah. Okay.
Not as just a developer.
Okay. Sure.
Even though they didn't give such chances. Okay. Explore yourself. Which can replace what?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's the next step in your career.
Yeah, that's what I asked you that cluster environment.
Cluster environment.
I want to create a Woozy jobs where normally I want to create a user jobs and trying Aditya. That's it.
Okay. I think you got the access.
Yeah, I got that, Aditya. Yeah, sure. That's
Okay,
what
then
Aditya, that's what I'm telling to all your friends, like, and Aditya, he will be available 24 hours for you. Okay, at any point of time, you can. I think I know how much I tortured Aditya. I think February, March, April, I know how much I tortured him. I use it to call for every 10 minutes. Aditya, this is not coming. What to do? Aditya, this is the question they asked me in interview. What to do? Because never ever he told me, then I was busy. I will call you later, like that. Never ever. So that's an excellent Aditya, because the fee which I paid for big data and the thing which I got is much more than that. That's I can tell you.
Even that's a different story again. But thank you, Midun. Thanks for that. Any questions for Midun? How much package you can expect will get our existing package?
Man, like surely you will get more than if you try hard, and if you get multiple offers like 3, 4.
70.
You will get 100%, man, because I got 140%. Okay. So you will get, but you need to get multiple offers. Okay. But normally if you get one company, you will easily get 50% minimum. That is minimum.
Minimum 50.
That is minimum. Okay, so package and all, you will go to another level.
I like to add a point here. See, big data is for testers. People are not ready to wait for 3 months of 2 months of notice periods or 1 month of notice period.
Yes.
Big data, they're ready to wait because there are no proper resources.
Yeah, because I am from HCL, right? 3 months notice period. Okay, Wipro waited for me.
In that 3 months, obviously in interviews, obviously package increases. So that's how the journey is.
That's how the journey. You can get wonderful package. I think only 3 technologies they are giving more: DevOps, Big Data, and Pega. Okay.
Yeah.
Those
not even data science. Not even data science.
Yeah, not even data science. Okay. So they are paying more, man. So that's what.
Okay. So any questions, guys? I think Midun is already tired.
No, not a problem, Aditya.
So
yeah, a year back I feel much motivated.
Did you prepare any separate interview questions for yourself, or you just followed that?
Man, what I am telling. Oh, what is your name?
Srini.
Okay, Srini. What I will suggest you is like, what I did, I will tell you. Every time, once after coming from interview, and simply I will tell you, because be careful. I will. There will be a recorder. Okay. Once I go into the interview panel, I will just on my mobile recorder and I will go inside. Okay. So I will come to know what are all the questions like they are asking. So after coming immediately to my home, I use it to write all the questions in a word pad. I think I had all the word pads right now, almost a bunch of word pad. Okay, all the questions, and I will prepare all the answers. Next week I will write and I will go to next interview. Okay.
So how this training helped for the interviews? Like
because to be frank, 60% or 70% we can clear. What are all you told, you can easily clear, Aditya. That's for sure. But in interview prospect, they will ask something different questions.
Different persons. In their experience, they'll ask you questions.
Yeah, they will experience. Someone will ask you like, I think in my interview, one person asked me like, if you have a 10 MB of file, if you put that file into the Spark, how much memory it will occupy? Okay, like that, Aditya. Okay, so like that, I told like, but that time I don't know the answer. But once after going and I checked it, then I came to know what and all we are doing. Only 54% only it will go. Means in the sense, 10 MB means 5.4 MB. Like that, Aditya.
Even serializations comes into picture.
Serialization comes into picture. Yes, Aditya. So that's how. Like that. So
Rahul is saying, "Hey Midun, thanks for sharing experience. I'm in the same phase right now in which you are nearby. I feel much more."
Boss. Thank you. You will get, man, surely. But what my suggestion is, just follow what he means. Aditya is telling to you. Surely you will get. That's pakka. I will tell, because I was the one, and surely will get. That's what I'm telling to Aditya. So don't leave these trainings, Aditya, because you can give life to many people. You will have, man. To be frank, I will tell you one thing. Yeah, my dream is to buy a Honda City car. Okay, that is from years. Because when I was in HCL, I used to have Ford car. Okay, when I used to see all the people who are going, I used to see the people who are going in Honda City. When I will buy. But now I brought Honda City 3 months back. Okay, it's completely. That's what I just sent the trick to Aditya first.
No, what Midun is saying is like Big Data changed him in car also.
So You remember that I
Oh
shared
my
the pic
God.
to you only first.
So this is how I feel like, okay, there is we usually read chain process marketing, right? In case of chain
Yeah.
process marketing, okay, you can buy a car, you can buy a helipad, you can buy a helicopter by joining this chain process.
Because more of the guys will like cars, Aditya. Okay.
Yeah, you send me a pic, I remember.
Yeah, I send you a pic. You also told me like congrats like that. So why I sent, right? Because it's because of Aditya. This was the first wonderful step.
Even car,
Wonder City Aditya. That's my aim. That's my goal.
Yeah, it's a dark car. Yeah.
Finally, I achieved. So that's why I'm telling. What are all the dreams you can achieve, man? But just 3 months, you just practice and be hard. And if you have any doubts, you can just ask Aditya or just even ask me. I will share the interview questions. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually that's our next point with them. Just share that bunch of
Yes,
dots
yes.
for me.
I will share all the interview questions, Aditya, which I went. Okay. I think
Sure.
I'm having a folder. Okay. I will share all the interview questions, telephone interview, everything. I will share that.
Yeah, even I shared you few of my
Yeah. You
like,
shared
the one
many.
which I
I think you
handled.
shared
Yeah,
a
the
folder.
one which I handled. Yeah, I shared you.
Yes,
That
yes.
I'll share to people.
Yes,
So
Aditya.
I'll have these questions, guys. For now, next 1 month, be in a training phase. After that, I'll share everything. Don't think about the interviews for now.
Yes. Just learn. That's
I'll
it.
give the right
And
time.
this is a wonderful time. October, November, December. You will feel somewhat cool. Okay. Try to crack the big data. Okay.
Data. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
any openings now, I will share to Aditya. Okay. In my okay, I will be.
Actually, I'm getting from many sources in Chennai itself. Once I go to Chennai, I may get many contacts.
Let's and other one asked like Hyderabad any contact. Okay. Hyderabad in location like that. Okay, so Veera Trimurtulu, right? Yeah, sure, man. Lots of openings because which is a Polaris I got in Hyderabad only.
Yeah.
Lots of Hyderabad. Verizon is Hyderabad. Okay, they asked for Verizon. They asked for some other companies. So you got a lot of opportunities.
Lot of opportunities. That's you don't worry about it. I got some contacts here also. So even recently I got for Pune and Hyderabad. But I can't right now I can't speak much on interviews because you'll get confused phase. That's the reason I didn't start anything yet. Down the line after 1 month it will be a different phase again. So that you'll experience. You don't worry about that.
And in interview panel, Aditya, they're telling like if she's a female candidate,
associate,
right? Female associates, they're telling like Midun, actually just try because in our project they need a support in morning times. Okay. So nights want to put male associates. So they're telling like in interviews, Midun, if they tell 50%, just take them. Okay, we want them to be in the morning shift like that. Okay. So that's even for girls also it's very good to move Aditya. Even that's what.
Even one of the persons known as name is Aishwarya. She also moved recently.
Yeah, Aishwarya I know Aditya. I think she was before batch, right?
Yeah, Aishwarya Kannan. Yeah, she also joined. She also joined your batch. Yes,
actually, she was the first one. I guess you got Aditya, right?
No. Parallel it was going. Yeah, she also joined our batch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you are the one who gave training to her. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Because she explained about Avro project one day. It's like it's very good. Like
I remember.
I remember that. Yeah. So that's
anyway,
what,
guys. So thanks for your time, Midun. Thanks a lot.
Sure. No problem, Aditya. Thank you very much, guys, and all the best.
Yeah, and I'll add Midun also, and also Midun also in the group.
Sure, boss. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'll add Midun to our group. Please ping him. When he has some time, he'll reply.
Yeah, sure, man. I will help you out.
In case of when you get some time, just leave. I don't want to disturb you much for the same.
Oh, no problem, Aditya. Disturb nothing is Aditya. It's like written what you gave to me. I'm just giving. That's it. Don't think that and all. Anytime, for you, anytime.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for everything. Okay, thank you, Midun.
Thank you, Sai and Midun.
Yeah, thank you, boss.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay. Bye, guys. All the best, guys. Okay. Don't worry. You will get it. Okay. Be confident. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Aditya, Mehboob here.
Yeah, Mehboob.
Aditya, still the installation part is pending.
Yeah, that will do. Some part of commands will just execute for the 5 minutes. Then I'll give the task and we'll leave for the day. Because I need you to execute some tasks this week. Yeah, 2 or 3 tasks. Just basic tasks, not much on that. Okay, shall we go ahead, guys?
Yeah.
Unexpectedly took a bit of time, but that's fine. These experiences are much needed at this moment. So hope you gain some knowledge on it, right? How the market is currently.
First boosting us.
No, there's nothing to boost in it. It's actually fact because people are not aware of what is happening. Till I make few people to understand, because if I give me only my view, so if I give multiple views, I'm just trying for the next week or the other week. How 7 to 8 people will connect, those who move to this field. That time get a lot of
Thanks, Sai.
It is very helpful, Sai. Actually, I am coming from completely non-IT background, as I am working in a complete civil environment with some technical applications.
Yeah,
And
I know
also
you told me.
yesterday traveling in train, I met one person who is working in Capgemini
Okay.
as related to big data only.
Okay.
When I tried to explain my thoughts, I want to move to something
Yeah.
that he said that just do practice much and uh, s- something
Okay. You told what we are learning, like to him, like what are the components we started learning.
not explain much more, just
Okay.
I explained that I'm going to learn.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Thank
Anyway,
you, Sai. But this Midun, which he shared his experience, it's very helpful for me to clear
see,
my
that's
doubts.
actually, yeah, that's actually career boost. It's a confident booster. But I can't keep motivating. This actually you need real scenarios which I came across. I can say a
Yes,
lot of stories, but I'm not sure whether I can say, because if I say a lot of things, it will be kind of marketing. I marketing myself about my training. I'm great. No, I can do anything. No, first of all, sit, do, do that. I know that. So get
Sai.
the experience, get the motivation. So you can easily do
It is
that.
very positive manner. I can.
Yes, 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 yes. That's the reason I asked you to connect anyhow somewhere, because trying to we can, this is what the boost will for the next 3 months, it will sit with you. That's the reason. Yeah.
Definitely, sir.
Thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
So okay, so we just for the next 5 minutes, just go Mehboob. For now, you can use the same cluster which I pinged you. Okay. Uh, we'll just complete few for the next 5 to 10 minutes. We just complete very few C commands and then we'll leave. Okay, because I want to give you 3 other very basic tasks for this week. Okay, very basic task. Tasks will be very hard going ahead. Okay, let me start few commands right now. Okay, so right now we just saw everyone edited a file, isn't it? Everyone edited a file so far, right? All good? Now, all of you. So once you edit a file,
I missed out, sir, because there was a power cut, and by the time I connected back, it was.
okay, Mehboob. Just I create an empty file.
Yeah, I'll see the videos and I'll
Sure. I'll just create an empty file, edit it, and it came back. So here I want to change the directory. Okay, see guys, this is something very important for with respect to the 2 tasks I'll be giving this week for you to complete. Just have a look. Okay, have a look. I created a directory known as home Cloudera, right? I created a directory in home Cloudera. So I created a file where am I PWD. Right now I am in directory 12, dir 12. Okay. To come to home, because landing space is nothing but home Cloudera, right? Be interactive for the next 5 minutes. We'll complete and give the task and we'll leave. Okay. Home Cloudera. So I want to come to the landing place again. Just cd tilt. Enter. Wherever in which directory you are in, you'll come back to landing place. First thing. Okay. Wherever, whether ls. So say for example, I'm giving ls. I have particular directory here, just like Zebran 22. I want to go inside this Zebran 22. Zayodir 22, sorry, Zayodir 22. I'm inside now, Zayodir 22. And list it. I have another folder inside. Okay, cd new dir. I'm going inside the directory, subdirectories. PWD. I'm inside home, Cloudera, Zayodir, new dir. List it. I don't have anything. So right now in which directory I am in? New dir, right? I'm in new dir. Currently I'm in new dir. I want to come to landing place. How to come to the landing place? CD
Tilt.
But if I want to come just before the directory, Zayodir 22, I mean, just like I'm coming back. If I'm in Zayodir, I want to come back. Come back to Zayodir. Come back to Zayodir. So if I want to come back like this, I usually click backspace in our Windows. Here I can just have to give cd space dot dot. That's it. I'll come one step ahead. If I want to come back, home Cloudera, cd dot dot. Now check PWD. I just came in. Initially I was in new dir cd dot dot. Now I'm in Zayo dir 22. Here I give cd dot dot. Here I give home Cloudera. Getting it, all of you? CD tilt is used to put the data into landing space. CD dot dot will take me to the before directories here. That's how that works. See, I'm just creating one more thing. Just have a look. Just have a look. Right now I'm in home Cloudera. Please mute yourself if you don't have anything to speak, please. Thank you. So I'm in home Cloudera. I want to create a directory right now. mkdir user. See, I want to create a directory here. Zayo 22. That's it. I create a directory as Zayo 22. Where it should have created in home Cloudera, Zayo 22 should have created ls. Here I have Zayo 22. Right? I want to go inside this Zayo 22. I'm inside Zayo 22. Inside it, I want to create another directory, mkdir div 13. ls directory got created. cd div 13. I'm inside. Which directory I'm in? I'm in here. Now, like what I want you to do is, okay, not like what I want to do is, come to tilt. Come to tilt. Okay. See the task, okay? Task 1. Task 1. Task from today. Very basic, very basic task, okay? I'll show you the recent task which I came across. Okay, I'll just see this task 1, okay? Go to landing place in Cloudera. Okay, go to landing place in Cloudera. Create a directory. Zayabron. Go inside Zayabron. Create a directory inside Zayabron. The name of analytics. Okay. Go inside analytics. Create another directory. Zayo. Okay. Go inside Zayo. Create a file. The name of Zayo file. And go and edit that file. And type Zayobron _ data. Save it. Read that file and check. Read that file and check. Done. This is the first task. Task 2. Okay. Task 2. I want to do an R&D on this. Okay. Some research and development on this. Create another directory in home landing home Cloudera. The name of dir 2 Zayo 2 Zayobron 2. Okay, because initially created Zayobron. This is Zayobron 2. Now what I wanted to do is, I having a file here inside home Cloudera Zayobron analytics Zayo. Inside this, I'm having a file in the name of Zayobron data. This is what I have. Sub directories. I want this Zayobron data, this file. This is a directory, right? I just created another directory, home Cloudera and Zayobron 2. This is initially I created. This is I creating here. I want this Zayobron data to be copied under this. Here I didn't create any file. I just create a directory, but I want to copy this file, not move this file from this directory to this directory. Copy. I need a copy in this directory. Copy Zayobron data into here. verify whether you got the copy. Do R&D, how to copy in Linux. Easy, very easy. Check on the same. These are the two tasks. Can anyone help me just take the screenshot and post in the group, please? Just take a pic using the phone and post in the group, if possible. I can't touch my phone because I connected through my phone. Just take the pic and post in the group. That would be fine. That will be helpful. Thanks, Ramki. Thank you. So you can do it.
Sai, one quick question. Copy means replica of that file?
Yeah, replica of that file. Exactly.
Okay, fine. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So I just want this file, verify whether you got the copy. I just, guys, the very first thing, coming to that, okay, I'll create everything in front of you now. Because from today, we're going to start with hands-on, no more theory. We're going to get theory, somewhat theory during our, yeah, sure. During our yarn architecture, that's it. In Spark, you'll have three hours of theory. No more theories for you. Okay, so I'm pasting it here, task 1 and task 2. And one sec. Let me create in front of you everything because you'll be on track. You'll be understanding that tasks batch 22 because I didn't dedicate any folder for before batches. I just kept it somewhere else everywhere. It will be outside sometimes. See, the outside sometimes it will be task 20. Everything will be actually distributed. So I should have a dedicated directory for you. Please do not annotate, guys. Please. Okay. So tasks batch 22. So what I'm going to try. Batch 22. Is this 22? No, it's 20. Okay, so here I'm creating a directory known as tasks. Okay. Going ahead, you'll have all the tasks uploaded here. You have access for the entire drive. So no worries. Okay, so uploaded, so you can get the task. Similarly, you have a lot of tasks like if you see 20th batch, you see 20th batch. Going ahead, you'll have folders like this: docs, NiFi, PPTs, projects, sample data, tasks, everything related here. You'll have scoop task, spark task, everything going ahead. Actually, I didn't upload few on my case, so I just usually give the directly to them. So you'll have Spark. Somehow the videos will get uploaded as I showed you going forward till Azure Cloud to the last session. Okay, so this is how your folder looks like in the future. 20th batch, 21 batch is going on. In 21 batch, we just
for reference purpose can provide the access.
No. This is completely for other enrollment, so we can't provide the access for that.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No issues.
So 21 is going on currently. So we just completed till Spark till yesterday. We just completed HBase, still going on. So in future, you'll have tasks like this. It is actually shattered. All the tasks are shattered here. Spark tasks. Anyway, so streaming task, everything you have in your. This is also one of the tasks which I gave last week for 21 batch. Who might be seeing it? URL hits Spark. They completed it. You may say the group also. Streaming actually kind of. So going forward, it will be the same. But what I can suggest to you is going forward, be dedicated. Task will be so hard going forward, starting from the basics. Complete these two tasks initially. then we'll see what can be done in the future. Yeah, be dedicated, guys. Be dedicated. We'll have a very good journey in learning. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sure then. Meet you next week. Same time, Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 12, 9 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sai.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
Sai, Mehboob here.
Yeah, Mehboob.
Sai, there's still the problem with the installation of Cloudera.
For now, follow the cloud for 1 week, Mehboob. Okay. So for now, because I just posted the doubt in one of my groups also. They said like they're also facing the same. One more thing I can suggest to you is, can you share your screen once? I'll suggest you something.
Okay, just a second.
Yeah.
అతను మిథున్ మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఐ లైక్ హిస్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్.
అతను యాక్చువల్గా మీకు తెలుసా ఒక పెద్ద వరితో వచ్చాను నా దగ్గరికి. అసలు ఎట్లా అంటే చెప్తాను, ఫ్రాంక్లీ చెప్తాను. చెప్పిన విషయం అసలు ఏంటంటే ఒక చాలా పెద్ద పర్సనల్ ఇష్యూ ఉంది మిథున్కి, ఫ్యామిలీ మూలంగా డ్యూ టు సమ్ మ్యారేజ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్. ఓకే. సో ఇంకా ప్యాకేజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవ్వాలి, అబ్బాయి పుట్టేసారు, సంథింగ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఒక వరిలో ఉన్నాడు అతను, చాలా పెద్ద వరిలో ఉన్నాడు. సో అది కంప్లీట్గా ఎరాడికేట్ అయింది. చెప్పారు కదా 140% హైక్ వచ్చింది అతనికి. అది అన్బిలీవబుల్ అనమాట. నాకు ప్యాకేజ్ అయితే షాక్ అయ్యాను.
సార్ ద థింగ్ ఏంటంటే నేను ఫ్రాంక్లీ ఒక విషయం చెప్తాను, నా పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్. నా ఫ్రెండ్ ఒకడు ఆర్పిఐ మీద వర్క్ చేశాడు సార్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాడు చెన్నై, ఐ మీన్ సింగపూర్ లో ఉన్నాడు తను. బేసికల్లీ ఎనీథింగ్ అంటే వాడికి ఏం తెలీదు. నాకు తెలిసినంత ఏంటంటే నా రూమ్ షేరింగ్ అనమాట హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు. అంటే వైల్ తను కూడా ఒక దగ్గర నేర్చుకుని తర్వాత వెళ్ళాడు. వాడు ఒకటి చెప్పాడు నాకు ఆ రోజు, నీకు బెస్ట్
సారీ రా
కదా సార్ ఇలా హడూప్
వినిపించలేదురా, మధ్యలో కట్ అయింది.
నేను చెప్పాను కదా సార్ మీకు నా పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ సార్, ఇలా హడూప్ జాయిన్ అయ్యాను నేను, అభిషేక్ అని. సో ఇంకో అబ్బాయి కూడా స్పార్క్ జాయిన్ అయ్యాడు మాతో పాటు. అంటే స్పార్క్ వేరే దగ్గర జాయిన్ అయ్యాడు హైదరాబాద్ లో. తాను ఇప్పుడు అడుగుతున్నాడు, సార్ బ్యాచ్ ఏమన్నా ఖాళీ ఉందా ఏంటి అని. అంటే ఫ్రాంక్లీ చెప్తాను సార్, మీ సపోర్ట్ మాకు బాగా నచ్చింది. ఏంటంటే మేము వెళ్ళి ఆయన దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి అడిగి మేము చెప్పించుకునే వాళ్ళం ఆ రోజుల్లో.
సార్ నిజం సార్, మీ ఇద్దరం నిజం చెప్తున్నాం. యాక్చువల్లీ దట్స్ ట్రూ. వాట్ రామ్ గోపాల్ ఇస్ సేయింగ్ ఇస్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ట్రూ.
వీడు కూడా ఉన్నారు చూడండి సార్ అభిషేక్.
అదే తెలుసు. ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళొచ్చారు కదా ఆల్రెడీ ట్రైనింగ్.
ఆ సార్కి ఈ సార్ భక్తుడు సార్, మీకు తెలియదు ఇంకా.
ఓ అభిషేక్,
ఈ సార్ ఆ సార్కి మామూలు భక్తుడు కాదు.
ఓకే.
అదే ఈ రోజు మీ గురించి చెప్తున్నాను, అందుకే మీకు థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్పాలని పర్సనల్ గా ఆగాను ఇప్పుడు దాకా.
అయ్యో అదేం లేదురా, ఏదో నా వల్ల ఏంటంటే మనకి ఒక కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఒక బ్యాడ్ పాత్ ఉండింది అనమాట. నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్ అన్ని చెప్పలేను. దారుణమైన సిచ్యువేషన్ అనమాట నాదైతే కెరియర్ విషయంలో మాత్రం. ఇంకా హెసిటేట్ అయిపోయి ఇంకా లైఫ్ లో ప్రొఫెషనల్ గా ఇంకా నేను క్విట్ చేసేద్దాం జాబ్, టెక్నాలజీ లేదు చేతిలో. ఇంకా హైలైట్ ఏంటంటే టెక్నాలజీ లేకపోతే పర్లా, నాకు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 3 ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్కి వెళ్ళి ఎక్కి దిగా. వాటి దగ్గర 70,000 తీసుకున్నాను.
అప్పుడు చెప్పారు కదా సార్ మీరు ఫోన్ చేసినప్పుడు.
నాకు దారుణం అది. నాకు 70,000 80,000 తీసుకొని ఏం ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లేకుండా నాకు అప్పటికి ఎర్నింగ్స్ అసలు లేవు, జీరో నాకు ఎర్నింగ్స్. నాకు అప్పట్లో ఫ్యామిలీ కమిట్మెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి. అప్పట్లో 70,000 అంటే నేను ఇంకా అది ఒక పెద్ద విషయం నాకు. అది ఇప్పటికీ పెద్ద విషయం.
ఇప్పుడు మీరు 3 months లో మాకు ఏమంటున్నారు, రెడీ అయిపోండి మీరు, యూ విల్ బి ఇన్ ద పొజిషన్ టు క్రాక్ ద ఇంటర్వ్యూస్. మేము 1 year ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టాం సార్, 1-2 సంవత్సరాలు కాదు, 1 year ఎఫర్ట్ పెట్టి వీఆర్ ఇన్ ద జీరో పొజిషన్. టిల్ నో వి డోంట్ నో హౌ టు సాల్వ్ ద ఇష్యూస్.
ఓకే.
ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు కన్వే చేస్తున్నాను సార్, యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ విత్ ఎ పర్సన్ టు ద ఎవ్రీవన్. So we want to open with you everything and we want to share you everything, my personal experience also. Today I have the confidence that I can do anything myself because I don't want to compare myself to others. ఏంటంటే వన్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే వైల్ ఐఎమ్ ఒక రోజు అది అంటారు కదా సార్, అన్నం ఉడికిందా లేదా, అన్నం మొత్తం పట్టుకోవాల్సిన పట్టుకుంటే చాలా అంటారు చూసారా. సో ఐ సీన్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ దట్ వన్ సార్. ఇది మీకు మాట ఇస్తున్నాను చూడండి, నెక్స్ట్ మిథున్ ప్లేస్ లోకి నన్ను చూస్తారు మీరు.
నాకు చూడాలనే ఉంటది రామ్. ఎస్పెషల్లీ నాకు తెలుసు అభిషేక్, మీ గురించి తెలుసు నాకు. లైక్ మీరేం ఫేస్ అవుతున్నారో నాకు బాగా తెలుస్తుంది. లైక్ ఒకటే ఏంటంటే మన సైడ్ నుంచి ఎఫర్ట్స్ పెట్టడానికి మనం రెడీ అయిపోయాం అనుకోండి, నేను ఒకటి చెప్తాను అనమాట. జనరల్ గా ఏం చెప్తానంటే, మనల్ని మనం గెలిచేసుకుంటే చాలు, ప్రపంచం అనేది చాలా చిన్నది. మనం గెలుచుకోం, మనం కాంప్రమైజ్ అయిపోతుంటాం. మనం గెలిచేసి ముందుకెళ్ళిపోయి మనం కాంప్రమైజ్ చేసుకొని మనం సెట్ చేసేసుకుంటే ప్రపంచం చాలా చిన్నది. నేను నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చెప్తాను. నేను నాట్ ఓన్లీ బిగ్ డేటా, నాకు కొన్ని ఉన్నాయి. లైక్
దానికోసమే సార్ వి ఆర్ స్టిల్ ఫైటింగ్.
అదే సో జస్ట్ ఫైట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. అవుట్ సైడ్ వరల్డ్ ఇస్ వెరీ స్మాల్. నా ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ గా చెప్తున్నా. నేనేదో పెద్ద సాధించేసానని చెప్పట్లా, ఇంకా ఫైట్ చెప్తున్నా.
సార్ మిథున్ మీకు డైలాగ్ చెప్పారు కదా సార్, డోంట్ వాంట్ టు కిట్ ఫ్రమ్ ది ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద యువర్, అంటే మీ టీచింగ్ ఫీల్డ్ వదలొద్దని. సో డోంట్ డూ దట్ వన్ సార్.
యాక్చువల్ నాకు ప్లాన్ ఉండింది. యాక్చువల్ నేను ఇప్పుడు వదిలేయాలి, ఈ బ్యాచ్ వదిలేయాలి. నేను 22 బ్యాచ్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వకూడదు. ఇంకా నాకు ఎక్కువ రెఫరెన్స్
అంటే ఒకటి చెప్తాను చూడండి సార్, జనాలకి డబ్బులు పోయినా బాధ లేదు సార్. ప్రాపర్ గా వాళ్ళ ఐడియాస్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసుకుంటే రిసోర్సెస్ లేదు. ఈరోజు చెప్పుకుంటే రీజన్ ఏముంది, మాకు ఆదిత్య ఉన్నాడు పర్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు బయట కూడా మా అన్నయ్య ఒక అతను చేస్తున్నాడు సార్, ఫనీ అని మీకు చెప్పాను కదా రోజు, ఇలాగా వర్క్ చేస్తున్నాడు సార్. ఇప్పుడు అతను టీమ్ లీడ్ అయ్యాడు బిగ్ డేటా మీద. హడూప్ సర్టిఫికేషన్ నేను ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే వాడంత స్టంట్ చేస్తాడు తెలుసా సార్. అరే ఖాళీ లేదురా, మళ్ళీ చేస్తానండి. మేబీ వాడి రీజన్స్ వాడికి ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ నేను అది మీ దాంట్లో చూడలేదు.
ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. ఇంకా మీకు చెప్తే మిమ్మల్ని పొగిడినట్టు ఉంటుంది.
అట్లా కాదు, అంతేం చేస్తున్నానో ఆలోచిస్తున్నాను.
ఏంటండి,
కాల్ వస్తే లిఫ్ట్ చేసి ఆన్సర్ చేసే దాంట్లో ఏముంది? అప్పటికి నేను కొన్నిసార్లు లిఫ్ట్ చేయలేను కూడా, అది వేరే విషయం. లైక్
చేస్తున్నారు కదా సార్. ఇప్పుడు నేను మొన్న క్లౌడర్ అది ఇన్స్టలేషన్ అవ్వలేదు సార్ అంటే, నేను 3 o'clock పెడితే మీరు 6 o'clock రిప్లై ఇచ్చారు. ద రెస్పాన్స్ ఇస్ దేర్ విత్ యూ.
కరెక్టే, కానీ ఇంకా జాబ్ అంటే డే టు డే జాబ్ కంప్లీట్ గా దీంట్లో దిగిపోతే వేరేలా ఉంటది. అది నేను చేయలేకపోతున్నా. అది ఇంకా అన్ని కమిట్మెంట్స్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి మనకు. ఒకటి కాదు కదా, నేను 3 చూస్తున్నా ఒకే టైంలో.
I think this needs a restart. So,
okay,
what I do is that I'll just try to restart and try to connect. And if I'm not able to connect,
if not మెహబూబ్ మీరు చెన్నైలోనే ఉంటారు, హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉన్నారు మీరు?
హైదరాబాద్ లో అండి.
ఈ రోజు వస్తున్నారా మీట్ కి? జస్ట్ ఆస్కింగ్. లైక్ అక్కడికి వచ్చే పని అయితే నేను అక్కడ రిజాల్వ్ చేయగలను. జస్ట్ ఆస్కింగ్.
అంటే let me see, like, because అంటే మా ఫ్రెండ్ ఈవెన్ లైక్ మై వైఫ్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎట్ హోమ్, సో ఐ
సార్ చూడండి, లేకపోతే నేను వచ్చిన నైట్ కి వచ్చా కనెక్ట్ అవుతాను మీతో.
ఓకే,
వన్ సైడ్ రిటర్న్ బ్యాక్.
ఇఫ్ టైం ఉంటే నేను వస్తానండి.
షూర్ మ్యామ్.
ఓకే,
షూర్ థ్యాంక్స్ మ్యామ్. అప్పుడు ల్యాప్టాప్ తీసుకోండి, ఇష్యూ అయితే అక్కడ రిజాల్వ్ చేస్తాను.
ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్స్. సారీ వీరు.
సాయి గారు, నేను చెప్పాను కదా మొన్న ట్రైన్ లో జర్నీ చేస్తుంటే ఒక పర్సన్ కలిసాను. జస్ట్ ఆయన అంటే నేను ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ లో షేర్ చేయగానే, ఓకే మీరు మీ ఫేజ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో బ్రేక్ వస్తే చాలా బాగుంటుంది, బట్ బ్రేక్ వచ్చే వరకు ట్రై చేయండి. దాంతో పాటు వన్స్ మీ ట్రైనింగ్ అయిన తర్వాత జాబ్ గురించి ట్రై చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. ఈ లోపు ఏమన్నా గ్యాప్ ఉంటే కనుక మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ట్రై చేయండి, మీ రెగ్యులర్ జాబ్ వదలకుండా సాటర్డే సండే. ఎందుకంటే మీకు సంథింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ వస్తుంది ఈ టెక్నాలజీ మీద. అంటే అప్ టు యూ క్రాక్ ఎన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ, యూ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ ఫర్ ఫ్రీ ఆల్సో. ఇట్ ఈస్ బెటర్. ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ అలాగే చేశారంట అండి. ఆయన అప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ ఓన్ గా ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ కూడా చేస్తున్నారంట. ఆయన ఆ రోజు నెంబర్ ఇచ్చి షేర్ చేసుకున్నారు ఆయన నెంబర్ కూడా. ఆయన అలా ఇచ్చారనమాట, సజెషన్ ఇచ్చారనమాట అండి. అది కూడా నాకు బెస్ట్ అనిపించింది. ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఫస్ట్ నుంచి అడిగామని కదా సార్, నేను ఎలా నాన్ రిలేటెడ్ ఐటీకి కొంచెం భయంగా ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు నా ప్యాకేజ్ కానీ సంథింగ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ ఎక్కువైపోయింది, ప్యాకేజ్ తక్కువ ఉన్నా సరే. బట్ అది కూడా మనం చూపించుకోవాలి అక్కడ. ఆయన అప్పుడు అదే ఐడియా ఇచ్చారనమాట అండి. దాంతో పాటు నేను
మీ సిచ్యువేషన్ నాకు బాగా తెలుసు. ఎందుకంటే మీరు 2 విషయాలు చెప్పారు, అక్కడే అర్థమైపోయింది. ఒకటి నాన్ ఐటీ, ఒకటి లోన్. ఈ 2 విషయాలు చెప్పారు నాకు. అక్కడే అర్థమైంది.
ఎస్ సార్. ఇంకొకటి చిన్నది నా సైడ్ నుంచి మీకు చెప్పేది, ఇది దసరాకి అసలు నేను వస్తానని నాకు కూడా అనుకోలేదు. జస్ట్ 1 వీక్ బిఫోర్ వాళ్ళు కన్ఫర్మ్ చేశారనమాట పిల్లలు గట్రా వెళ్దామని. అయితే నేను అందుకని తప్పనిసరిగా రావాల్సి వచ్చింది. అందుకనే యాక్చువల్గా వాళ్ళు నేను మొబైల్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ చేసి మొబైల్లో పుట్టి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి దాని నుంచి కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి టాస్క్ చేశానండి. ఇప్పుడు అది కూడా మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను. లేదు సార్, హైదరాబాద్ లో ఉంటాను. అంటే పేరెంట్స్ ఇక్కడ
యాక్చువల్లీ మీరు ఇక్కడ ఉంటే ఈ రోజు మీట్ అయ్యేవాళ్ళు కదా. ఈ రోజు మీట్ ఉంది కదా.
డెఫినెట్ గా నేను అదే అనుకున్నాను, బట్ ఇంక కుదరలేదు.
పర్లేదు. అండ్ వాట్ అబౌట్ అభిషేక్? మీరు హైదరాబాద్ కదా అభిషేక్ అండ్ రామ్ లేరా? ఓకే ఫైన్ వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళారు. చెప్పండి.
సార్ నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఫ్రైడే కూడా నేను స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి వస్తున్నానండి ఇక్కడికి. అదే లాస్ట్, ఎందుకంటే మళ్ళీ ఫ్యామిలీని బ్యాక్ తీసుకురావడానికి హైదరాబాద్ కి. అంత కాకపోతే నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ ఒక్క చిన్న రిక్వెస్ట్ ఏంటంటే సార్, అప్పుడు కూడా అంటే మొబైల్ ఇక్కడ ఇది విలేజ్ అండి నేను ఇప్పుడు ఉండేది. నాకు ల్యాప్టాప్ కానీ నెట్ పీసీస్ కానీ ఏవి అవైలబుల్ లేవు. ఆ వీక్ కూడా కొంచెం టాస్క్లు ఏమన్నా ఉంటే కొంచెం నేను మొబైల్ తో కంప్లీట్ చేసి ఇవ్వడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాను మాక్సిమం. ఆ తర్వాత
మీరు అది యూజ్ చేసుకోండి. మీరు నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్రైడే దాకా యూజ్ చేసుకోండి, దాని తర్వాత యూజ్ చేయండి. ఎందుకంటే దాని తర్వాత ట్రాఫిక్
డెఫినెట్ గా నెక్స్ట్ అప్ టు కోర్స్ ఎండింగ్ వరకు నాకు ఇంకా అవసరం ఉండదు. మాక్సిమం వీకెండ్స్ నేను ఏవి జర్నీస్ కూడా ప్లాన్ చేసుకోను. అవి కంప్లీట్లీ హైదరాబాద్ లో అదే ఇంటి దగ్గర ఉండడానికి ప్లాన్ చేస్తాను. ఎవ్రీ సాటర్డే సండే ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టు మీ. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support.
No issues, anytime.
Sai, small question.
Yes.
మీరు e.cloudxlab.com అని ఇచ్చారు కదా, యూజెస్ ఏంటి?
కాదు, ఇప్పుడు యూజ్ చేయకండి కదా.
చేయట్లేదు, నేను యూజ్
అంటే అది మీకు ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే, మీకు ఎక్కడన్నా యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఎక్కడన్నా మీకు అది యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఎక్కడంటే ఆఫీస్ లో లాగిన్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
క్లస్టర్ గురించి డీటెయిల్స్ తెలుసుకోవడానికి లాగిన్ అయ్యి చెక్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
అది క్లస్టర్ కాదు, దాంట్లో అన్ని ఉంటాయి. అది యాక్చువల్ క్లస్టర్. అది హడూప్ క్లస్టర్. అది మీకు అక్కడ స్పార్క్ ఉంటది, అన్ని ఉంటాయి అక్కడ. జస్ట్ లైక్ యువర్ రియల్ టైమ్ క్లస్టర్ లో హ్యాక్ చేసి మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకోవడానికి అది యూజ్ ఉంటుంది. చాలా ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది.
అంటే మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకుని యాడ్ చేసుకుని ఏదైనా వర్క్ అయితే
సెటప్ అక్కడ ఉండట్లేకపోయినా ఇది ఒక క్లస్టర్, 3 నోడ్ క్లస్టర్. అది
3 నోడ్ క్లస్టర్. ఓకే సారీ.
అది మీకు లాగిన్ కావాలంటే చెప్పండి. అంటే కాదు కదా, అది మీకు లాగిన్, మీరు లాగిన్ అయ్యారంటే ఇక్కడ కొంచెం అలర్ట్స్ వస్తాయి మాకు. క్లౌడెక్స్ ల్యాబ్, నేను క్లౌడెక్స్ ల్యాబ్ వాళ్ళతో సపరేట్ మాట్లాడి కొంచెం వర్క్ స్పేస్ తెచ్చుకున్నాను.
అదేనండి, అంటే మేము లాగిన్ అవ్వాలంటే నేను ఒకసారి
అడగండి. ఎందుకంటే అది యాక్చువల్ పెయిడ్ లాగిన్. యాక్చువల్ లాగిన్ 3000. మేము గెట్ అరౌండ్ 500 ఫర్ ద పెయిడ్ లాగిన్. 500 ఇస్తే 6 months కి వచ్చేస్తుంది మీకు.
500 6 months. ఓకే,
సో యూ కెన్ స్టార్ట్ యూజింగ్ ఇట్ అన్నమాట.
ఓకే, గుడ్.
కాకపోతే లార్జ్ డేటాస్ పెట్టకండి. వన్స్ ప్రాసెస్ అయిపోయాక అది డిలీట్ చేసుకుంటా ఉండండి క్లస్టర్ లో. సో అలా ఉంటుంది. లేకపోతే ఎవ్రీ వీక్ అది ఫ్లష్ అయిపోతుంటది, డేటా అంతా ఫ్లష్ అయిపోతుంటది క్లస్టర్.
మళ్ళీ ఫస్ట్ నుంచి క్రియేట్ చేసుకో.
సో డేటా లోకల్ నోడ్, ఎడ్జ్ నోడ్ లో పెట్టుకుంటా ఉండండి. HDFS ఏం పెట్టకండి. డేటా సెట్స్ తీసుకురాకండి.
అదేలేండి, ఎడ్జ్ నోడ్ లో పెట్టుకొని అక్కడ నుంచి ప్రతిసారి
చేసుకుంటా ఉంటే సరిపోతుంది.
HDFS. సరే సాయి, థాంక్స్ ఫర్ ది సెషన్.
థాంక్యూ సాయి.
మీట్ ఎక్కడ అనేది చెప్పలేదు అనుకుంటా.
కఫే నేను ఇప్పుడు కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తాను మీటింగ్ వెన్యూ డీటెయిల్స్. షూర్. మీరు ఆ గ్రూప్ లో ఉన్నారా? గ్రూప్
మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఎప్పుడైనా మీట్ ఉండొచ్చా సార్?
మళ్ళీ యాక్చువల్ చెన్నైలో ప్లాన్ చేస్తున్నాం. వేణు,
ఐసోలేషన్ అంటే ఏంటి సార్? అది ఎక్కడ చదివాను, అర్థం కాలేదు నాకు.
ఏంటి
ఐసోలేషన్?
ఐసోలేషన్ అంటే చాలా మీనింగ్స్ వస్తాయి. ఐసోలేషన్ తో పాటు ఏమని చెప్పారా
సార్?
ఐసోలేషన్స్ తో పాటు ఏమన్నా చెప్పారా? లైక్ ఐసోలేషన్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ ఏమన్నా చెప్పారా?
సాయి, సీరియలైజేషన్ డీసీరియలైజేషన్ మనం 2.1 లో కూడా యూజ్ చేస్తాము, లేకపోతే ఓన్లీ 3.0?
లేదు, సీరియలైజేషన్ ఎప్పటి నుంచో ఉంది. సీరియలైజేషన్ మనకి హడూప్ కాదు. ఓకే, హడూప్ వల్ల సీరియలైజేషన్ రాలా. సీరియలైజేషన్ యూజ్ చేసుకుంటుంది
అది, మనం యూజ్ చేసుకో. ఓకే, హడూప్
సీరియలైజేషన్ అంటే ఏం లేదు శ్రీని. అసలు నేను ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తా. సీరియలైజేషన్ మీకు ఐడియా ఉందా? ఐడియా ఉంటుంది కదా మీకు సీరియలైజేషన్?
మామూలుగా సీరియల్ వైజ్ డేటా సీరియల్ ప్యారలల్ అయితే ఐడియా ఉంది.
అంటే ఆ సీరియల్ కాదు, సీరియలైజేషన్ అంటే వేరు.
ఓకే, చెప్పండి.
సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటంటే, మీరు ఒక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తాను మీకు. నాకు యాక్చువల్లీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నాది కాదు, వేరే దగ్గర నుంచి తీసుకున్నాను నేను. అది ఈజీగా ఉంది ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి తీసుకున్నాను నేను. ఓకే, మీ దగ్గర ఒక హైదరాబాద్ నుంచి మీరు ఒక బలూన్ కొరియర్ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు. ఓకే, కాకపోతే ఆ బలూన్ ఫుల్ ఎయిర్ ఉంది, మొత్తం గాలి ఉంది. ఓకే, దాన్ని కొరియర్ చేయాలంటే పెద్ద బాక్స్ కావాలి.
ఓకే,
దాంట్లో గాలంతా తీసి చిన్న బలూన్ చేసి దాన్ని కొంచెం కొరియర్ లాగా చిన్న బాక్స్ పెట్టి ఢిల్లీ కొరియర్ చేసేస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే,
అక్కడ వాళ్ళు రిసీవ్ చేసుకొని అక్కడ గాలి కొట్టేసుకుంటున్నారు.
ఓకే,
ఒరిజినల్ ఫార్మాట్ నుంచి ఇంకో ఫార్మాట్ తీసుకొచ్చి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేసి మళ్ళీ అక్కడ ఉన్న ఒక ఫార్మాట్ కి మళ్ళీ రిట్రీవ్ చేసుకుంటాం.
ఓకే, ఓకే.
దాని సీరియలైజేషన్
అంటే మనం ఇలా చెప్పుకోవచ్చా, కంప్రెస్ అంటే జిప్ చేసి మళ్ళా
అదే కంప్రెస్ కాదు అదే కంప్రెస్ కాదు, అది చేంజింగ్ ద ఫార్మాట్ అన్నమాట.
ఓకే, అంటే ఈ విధంగానే అంటే మీరు ఫార్మాట్ అంటే కోడ్ డిఫరెంట్ గా రాసుకోండి.
అది ఎట్లా ఉంటుందంటే ఒక స్టేట్ నుంచి ఇంకో స్టేట్ మార్చేస్తుంది దాన్ని ఒక యూజ్ కోసం. మీరు ఒకటి అడగచ్చు కంప్రెస్ అని, కాదు ఆవ్రో సీరియలైజేషన్ మాట్లాడాను మీద నేను.
అవునవును,
అది టెక్స్ట్ ఫైల్ కంటే నేను ఆవ్రో సీరియలైజ్ చేస్తే 3 times సైజ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయిపోద్ది నాకు.
ఓకే,
కానీ నాకు యూజ్ వేరేది, నాకు ఆవ్రో అనేది వేరే రకంగా యూజ్ అవుతుంది నాకు వేరేలాగా. సో సీరియలైజేషన్ అంటే చేంజింగ్ ద ఫార్మాట్ అనమాట. నేను ఒక సైడ్ నుంచి పంపించేస్తే ఇంకో సైడ్ లో దాన్ని డీసీరియలైజ్ చేయొచ్చు, మనం ఒరిజినల్ ఫార్మాట్ తెచ్చేసుకోవచ్చు బయటికి. కానీ నేను పంపించే విధానంలో నాకు ఒక ఫార్మాట్ చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి, అదే చేంజ్ చేసి పంపించేస్తాను.
ఓకే,
అర్థమవుతుంది.
దాన్ని మళ్ళీ అర్థమవుతుంది.
అటుపక్క ఇంకో వాళ్ళు తీసుకుని దాన్ని డీసీరియలైజ్ చేసుకుంటారు.
వాళ్ళు డీసీరియలైజ్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఓకే, ఈ సీరియలైజేషన్ అనేది స్పెసిఫిక్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయంటే దీనిలోనే వాడతామని?
చాలా ఉన్నాయి మీకు. దాని సీరియలైజేషన్ కి మీకు 1.5 hour సెషన్ ఉంది. ఒక సీరియలైజేషన్ కాదు, మీరు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 7 to 8 సీరియలైజేషన్ నుంచి మాట్లాడతాం మనం.
అంటే సీరియలైజేషన్ ఓన్లీ మన సోర్స్ ఫైల్స్ టైప్స్,
సోర్స్ ఫైల్స్ ఆ టైప్ కూడా. ఇప్పుడు SQL నుంచి డేటా హడూప్ వస్తుంది అనుకోండి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్.
అవును, అవును.
అది నేను XML లో తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు, ఆవ్రోగా తెచ్చుకోవచ్చు, ఆవ్రో సీరియలైజేషన్ చేయొచ్చు, పార్క్ సీరియలైజేషన్ చేయొచ్చు, సీక్వెన్స్ ఫైల్ ఉంటుంది, RC ఉంటుంది, ORC ఉంటాయి, ఎట్లా ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే, ఏదైనా కానీ ఆ ఫైల్ ని మనము ఫార్మాట్
ఒక SQL నుంచి టేబుల్ వచ్చి రావడమే, మనకి SQL నుంచి టేబుల్ డేటా రావడమే సీరియలైజ్ అయిపోతుంది డేటా.
ఓహో, రావడమే సీరియలైజేషన్ అంటే మధ్యలోనే ప్రోగ్రామ్ రన్
అయిపోతుంది, స్కూప్ చేస్తుంది.
ఓకే, ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసేటప్పుడు
వన్స్ డేటా ఆవ్రోగా వచ్చేసింది అనుకోండి,
ఓకే,
దాన్ని హైవ్ చూసుకుంటుంది, డీసీరియలైజ్ చేసుకుంటుంది. డేటా హడూప్ వచ్చేసాక రివర్ట్ ఫార్మ్ చేసేసుకుంటుంది. కానీ అడగచ్చు ఎందుకు ఇలా తీసుకురావడం, మామూలుగా తీసుకురావచ్చు అంటే దానికి యూజ్ ఉంటుంది, లేకపోతే చేయం కదా, దానికి యూజ్ ఉంటుంది.
అదే మీరు అన్నారు కదా, ఇప్పుడు పాసిబిలిటీ లేనప్పుడు మనం గాలి తీసేసి దాన్ని తగ్గించి మళ్ళీ ఎలాగలా తీసేసి పంపిస్తున్నాం కాబట్టి దట్ ఇస్ సంథింగ్.
అది కంప్రెషన్ అని కాదు, దానివల్ల ఒక యూజ్ ఉంటుంది మనకి. ఇక్కడ యూజ్ చిన్న చేయాలి, అది డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం, చాలా పెద్దది టాపిక్.
సార్ నేను ఇక్కడ గ్రూప్ లో పింగ్ చేశాను చూడండి సార్, ఐసోలేషన్.
యా నేను చూస్తాను.
2 కి 3 కి.
Yes, I forgot. Okay. ఓకే, గ్రూప్ లో చేశారా?
సార్ ప్రైవేట్ మీకు ఒకటి.
ఓకే,
చూసుకోలేదు నేను.
నాకు రాలేదే, నేను
రాలేదు సార్.
రాలా.
ఇక్కడ మీనింగ్ ఏమొచ్చిందంటే సార్, Hadoop 2 లో there is no separation of the namespace, so there is no isolation among tenant organization that is using the cluster.
Yes, అర్థమైంది. Isolation, there is no separation of the namespace, so there is no isolation among 10 organizations that is using. See, మీకు నేమ్ స్పేస్ గురించి ఫెడరేషన్ లో చెప్పాను, గుర్తుందా? ఒక్కొక్క నేమ్ నోడ్ వచ్చి సెపరేట్ నేమ్ స్పేసెస్ ని యాక్సెస్ చేసుకుంటారు.
అవును సార్, పూల్
బ్లాక్ పూల్ డైరెక్టరీస్ ఉంటాయి. అది డైరెక్టరీస్ లో సేవింగ్ కి, మెటాడేటా సేవింగ్ కి ఇది ఉంటుంది, ఏంటి బ్లాక్ పూల్ డైరెక్టరీస్ ఉంటుంది. కానీ ఏ బ్లాక్ పూల్ డైరెక్టరీస్ లో నేను ఏం పెట్టాను అని దానికి ఒక మెటాడేటా ఉంటుంది.
ఓకే,
దాన్ని నేమ్ స్పేస్ అంటాం ఫెడరేషన్.
ఓకే,
అది దెర్ ఇస్ నో సపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ స్పేస్. ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా అంటే నాకు హడూప్ 1.0 ఎట్లా అంటే ఐసోలేషన్ ఉండదు కదా, మనకి నో సపరేషన్ ఉండదు కదా. దాని తర్వాత అది ఐసోలేట్ అయింది. అందుకే వాడు చెప్పున్నాడు దెర్ ఇస్ నో సపరేషన్ ఆఫ్ నేమ్ స్పేసెస్, సో దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఐసోలేషన్ అమంగ్ టెనెంట్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ దట్ ఈస్ యూజింగ్ ద క్లస్టర్. టెనెంట్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ అంటే వాడు క్లస్టర్ ని మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాడు. అది అందుకే ఇంకోటి చూడండి, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఐసోలేషన్ సింగిల్ నేమ్ నోడ్ ఇన్ మల్టిపుల్ యూజర్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సింగిల్ నేమ్ నోడ్, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ఐసోలేషన్ సింగిల్ నేమ్ నోడ్. అది వాడు కమింగ్ టు ద పాయింట్. సేమ్ ఫెడరేషన్ అదే క్లియర్ చెప్తున్నాను, అది నేను చూడాలి ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్నా. ఇన్ HDFS ఫెడరేషన్ డిఫరెంట్ కేటగిరీస్ ఆఫ్ అప్లికేషన్ యూజెస్ ఐసోలేటెడ్ నేమ్ స్పేసెస్ సపరేట్ ఐసోలేట్ అయిపోతాయి. ఈచ్ వన్ విల్ డూ అ సెపరేట్ ప్రాసెస్ అన్నమాట. అదే ఐసోలేషన్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి, అందుకే అడిగా ఎక్కడ ఐసోలేషన్ అని అడిగాను.
అక్కడ నేమ్ స్పేస్ క్లస్టర్ లో నేమ్ నోడ్ లో 4-5 పెట్టుకుంటాం కదా సార్, అక్కడ వాటిని నేమ్ స్పేస్
ఎట్లుంటదంటే ఒక్క నేమ్ నోడ్ త్రీ నోడ్స్ కంబైన్ ఫార్మ్ సింగిల్ నేమ్ నోడ్ ఉంది అనుకోండి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక్కొక్క ఇండివిజువల్ నోడ్ కి ఒక నేమ్ స్పేస్ ఉంటుంది. బ్లాక్ కాదు, నేమ్ స్పేస్. నేమ్ నోడ్ లో బ్లాక్స్ ఉండవు, డేటా నోడ్ లో బ్లాక్స్ ఉంటాయి. మనకి నేమ్ నోడ్ లో ఉండేదంతా నేమ్ స్పేస్, విచ్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ మెటాడేటా. స్పేస్ గివింగ్ ఫర్ ద సేవింగ్ ఆఫ్ మెటాడేటా ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ నేమ్ స్పేస్ అంటాం.
అది షేర్డ్ లో ఉంటుంది సార్. నేమ్ నోడ్స్ అన్నిటికీ 3-4 నేమ్ నోడ్స్ ఉంటాయి, అన్ని షేర్డ్ లో ఉంటాయా?
ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ పూలింగ్ అంటున్నాను కదా, బ్లాక్ పూల్ కాదు, నేమ్ స్పేస్. ఇప్పుడు ఒక్క నిమిషం నా స్క్రీన్ చూస్తాను సార్. ఇక్కడ మీకు ఒక డయాగ్రామ్ చూపించుంటాను నేను. చూడండి, ఇక్కడ నేమ్ స్పేస్, ఇక్కడ బ్లాక్ స్టోరేజ్ ఉందా? ఓకే. నేమ్ స్పేస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఈచ్ ఇండివిజువల్ నేమ్ నోడ్స్ మెటాడేటా, నాట్ డేటా నోడ్స్ మెటాడేటా. బ్లాక్ పూల్ డైరెక్షన్ లో పెడుతుంది, ఏం పెడుతుంది అన్నది మళ్ళీ ఒక మెటాడేటా. ప్రతి దానికి ఒక మెటాడేటా ఉంటుంది మనకి. నేమ్ నోడ్ కి మెటాడేటా మీద ఒక మెటాడేటా మీద ఒక మెటాడేటాస్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. దాన్ని ఎక్కడ సేవ్ చేసుకుని నేమ్ స్పేస్ అంటాం దాన్ని.
ఇక్కడ నేమ్ స్పేస్ 1 పూల్ కే ని యాక్సెస్ చేయగలదా సార్? అంటే షేర్డ్ లో ఉంటే పూల్స్ ఇండివిజువల్
చేయొచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు నేమ్ నోడ్ ఫ్రీగా ఉంటే చేస్తుంది, అది ఇంకో దగ్గర తెచ్చేసుకుంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే దట్ యాక్స్ యాస్ ఎ సింగిల్ నోడ్. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు అడిగే క్వశ్చన్ కూడా చెప్తా. ఇప్పుడు నేమ్ నోడ్ 1 వర్క్ అవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, పూల్ 1 పోయినట్లు కాదు, ఇది యాక్సెస్ చేసుకున్నది పూల్ 1 ని. జస్ట్ లైక్ దాట్. ఎప్పుడు వర్క్ మాత్రం ఆగదు నేను, అంతే. ఏమేం చేయాలో అన్ని దుర్మార్గాలు చేస్తారు వాళ్ళు వర్క్ చేయడానికి, అది ఆగదు. ఓకే సాయి, థ్యాంక్ యూ.